Welcome. I am the lightkeeper for this adventure of the Circle of Curious Truths. Now, this is our first time playing Candela, my first time being the lightkeeper, and my player's first time playing Candela. And I think it takes them a bit to get into it. But I will tell you that this story conclusion and the ending of the story is amazing. And I have to give kudos to my players because they make the story amazing. Welcome to case number 3575, Address to Die For. I will say a lightkeeper called Percival Everest has met up with you, an elderly gentleman. Monocle has introduced you all at a table, set you all down, and briefed you on making the circle. Just for anyone watching, I would like Lob, if you would like to describe your character first.
Okay, my character is Florence Delaware, and she is a middle-aged woman, and she is an occultist. So she's in the weird occultist specialty. And she can particularly commune, shall we say, with the supernatural, specifically her deceased mother and father. And that's how she's able to investigate and gain knowledge that perhaps is not seen by others.
Perfect. Horse.
Oh shit. So my character is Mihal McShawn. He is a criminal, so he's kind of like a short stature kind of man, but very kind of warm, kind of comfortable, kind of aura around him. You know, he seems kind of friendly. But there is this 100% like this undertone that he has, kind of like ulterior motives going on that he kind of keeps close to his chest. Yeah.
Clocky.
Good day. My name is Edmund William Magnuson, an inventor of great renown of the Arcanograph. He looks like an old 1920s style English professor with a big bushy beard and very thick accent, articulate, very posh and proper. And his old shtick is that he wants to uncover the secrets of magic and transpose them into logical and mathematical formulas for the scientific world to discover. And he will be aiding the group through the use of his ability to inspect, analyze, and remember various details pertaining to his research and so forth. Very good.
Solar.
Yeah, I'll be playing Theobald Crane, who is a street magician, an amazing entertainer in the city, just loves bringing the smile to people's faces and putting on wonderful shows to please the crowds, and has a very strong curiosity for real magic and what that might entail in this world.
He said real magic. Okay, perfect. As Percival walks around talking to you finally talk to one another, never meeting each other, but knowing that the infamous stories about each other. You come up with the circle name, which is
The Circle of Curious Truths.
Very good. Very curious indeed.
Very curious.
So you end up going to the Briar Green College, is where he sent you out just to have. There's an exhibition of inventions going on, and he just wants you to go to the exhibition to check out what's going on in this college.
Cool.
So I will read now the hook.
Yeah.
A riot of sounds radiate from Newfair, the world's exhibition. Where once these cities were filled with screaming of civilians, there are now laughter of children. Echoing of gunfire has now been replaced with pop, 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 pop of roasted caramel corn. The explosions of enemies' bombs are now the crackling of electrified inventions. Even 3 years after the war, hosts an exhibition of advancement every year. There are row and row of inventions like which you've never seen before. Come see the magical electromagnetic elevator. Use the radar to detect to find your missing sheep, madam. Tired of your buttoning your shirt for work every day, sir? Try the amazing zipper rapper rapid and you'll get back in the morning. But the best of all, the entire district smells of cotton candy and caramel corn. When you finally make it through craziness into the Burbank College and its exhibit hall, the world seems to forget the rules by which it operates. Here the bright sun dimmed by a dust-filled darkness, and the outside night is compact with weighty hush. The hall seems to be whispering of industry giants exchanging vast numbers of money. The inventions in this room are titanic. The very air smothers with a static buzz. Electricity screams silent. Bravest eyes looking up to lightning that dances across the ceiling. We wander in the silence through the gallery, listening to the daring inventors. If you stand over here, sir, there now, don't be afraid. The X-ray machine will only show us your bones, nothing more. But have the hand of an item in your pocket. Oh, no, but have your hand in your pocket, sir. Thank you. I've always wanted a gold watch. Hee hee hee. A man screams. A man cries. These are flyers throughout the hall, bright. They nearly sparkle. We follow them like a trail of breadcrumbs to the massive crowd. High on the stage before us stands a beautiful woman, Vera Montgomery, swearing in her glowing green dress. She is like a beam of light incarnate as she parades around the massive sign, a word painted in serene green hue, undark. Over gasps the crowd. We cannot hear the sound of the man who stands with her, but it's clear that so I'm describing from a user point of view, just let you know that, yeah. So as when I'm saying us, I mean yous.
Yep.
Okay. Over the gasp of the crowd, we can't hear the voice of the man who stands with her. If you need no light but the ones we provide in Underdark, you are the light. The crowd erupts in a cheer, pulling the attention of the entire hall. In this, it takes a moment to hear the model scream, but her screams grow louder and more piercing. Enthusiasm of the onlookers and the crash of the electricity. All at once, hush blankets the hall. Gaping red sores open across the woman's skin, crawling from beneath the undark dress in deep fissures of pain. The model stops screaming, holding her hand out before the crowd. Within her hand, her bone glows green. The terrible mirroring of an X-ray on a display only a few feet away as you watch the bone within her fingers fall and disconnect towards her wrist until her flesh hangs like a glove. The carcass of this disconnecting bone runs down her arm, then her spine, then her legs, until what once was a beautiful woman is now a puddling mass of flesh. In the end, there's nothing but the body and the most beautiful green dress the world has ever seen, looming over the body like a promise. A glowing sign reads, Undark. You should be able to see that image.
Oh, wow.
You're called in, Candela Obscura, to investigate the mystery death of this woman, the famous Mrs. Montgomery. Hired to exhibit the famous model hired to exhibit clothing dyed with the glowing green pigment known as Undark. This pigment was one of the New Fair's World Exhibition most anticipated invention, and your circle lightkeeper was shocked to learn about the dress and her remains radiated and the increased amount of bleed. You begin in the exhibition hall of the college. The scene has not been cleared out yet, so there's still remnants of everything that's still in the yoke. People are packing up at this moment. Candela, what do you do?
Ooh, okay. Are there still public people in
There
around
is,
here?
there
It's
are
still
people.
on their way out, like.
People are being ushered out. But there are people who work in the college are still here, and there are people you can still see like are putting their inventions away, like the person with the the button, the like other inventors are slowly starting to put away. There's a lot of people in shock.
So was she on stage with somebody
He
showing
was
off
on, yeah,
this?
yes, he was parading
So-
around basically.
Where has he gone?
Can you roll me a search check?
Oh, bollocks.
Woo. First roll.
First
scared.
roll. Should be.
Search
This
is...
better be good, horse. That's all.
Oh no! God damn it!
Survey.
Oh, sorry,
yeah.
survey.
Oh, survey. So I've got one blue in that. So that means it's one dice. Yeah.
Yeah, if you click it, it just does
Sorry, I
that.
forgot. I can just click it. Yeah. Right, first roll. Let's go.
Let's do it.
You get 2 dice if it's 1 dot. Do you?
Yeah.
No.
No, just one.
Oh,
Yes. Oh, but there's consequences, right?
Woo.
Yeah, cool.
That's the
You do see a gentleman looking at the body like in complete shock and horror, as he's like, and then someone kind of grabs him and then ushers him out. So he's been grabbed now and been ushered out from the back.
Mihal's going to say to the others, like, see that? I think we need to keep an eye on them. And he's going to start kind of slinking kind of towards maybe, and it's trying to keep an eye and see if I can keep them, just keep eyes on them more than anything. See which direction they go,
Yeah. Just roll me a hide check. As you try to hide between the crowds.
Okay. Hide. I got 2 in hide. Let's go. Oh, yes.
Nice. And you also get a Troy back as well.
Hell yeah.
But you don't have.
I don't have any.
Yet.
You haven't used any.
So 6. You just see he just like Batman himself. You just see Mihal just looks at you. I'm gonna just like investigate up here, and he kind of just like with just like groups of people running past, and he just like disappears into the crowd. Like
He pulls the paddy cap down a little bit more, and maybe pulls up a little fucking handkerchief across it.
anyone else want to do anything?
Do we recognize the guy? The other guy who was on stage. Is he anybody important? Would I know who he is?
Would you know? Let me give this 1 second.
Yep.
Is this dress is a product? Is it?
The dye in the
Yeah,
dress.
it's like the
One
dye,
dark,
the color.
dye,
The color.
one
Yeah,
dark.
Yeah.
It's used to like
the
it's glow in the
pigment,
dark.
the pigment is
Yep.
to use.
Oh, yeah. She's dead, right? I just realized I just kept presuming, but
Yeah.
She's
Is
a
there a
pile, she
Yeah.
is a
Puddle
puddle of flesh on the
Look, you never
ground.
know. You never know. You
The
don't
only
know
thing he
that.
remembers of her is a puddle of flesh on the ground.
Just come and put a plaster on the goop.
Yeah. Roll me. There is a remember. What is it? Roll me a focus check.
Focus
Don't
check.
For who?
Correct.
Oh, right, okay. Someone get that bleed vial container. We just sloop her into that.
Get all of her into the vial.
Fail.
Okay.
Oh.
You. It wasn't that you don't remember him. Is you weren't paying attention to him at all. This fluorescent, this color of this dress was so memorizing that it was you kind of just like forgetting about him, and then you saw the horror. So it was kind of a mixture between that you just don't remember if you see it, and he's been also dragged off, so you couldn't really guess who he is from like the back. Well, while Mihail told you, oh, I'm going for this, he was already turned around, so you didn't really get a good look at him.
Sure. And does it seem like what's the police force called?
The
name.
OOUP.
No, that's not the police. The police are a different one, aren't they?
No, the OOP, the ELN are the scientists guys,
Yeah.
and the OAP are the paranormal investigators.
Does the city have a police force as well, though? Doesn't it?
Well, it kind of they have their own like police.
Yeah.
as well,
Are
which will-
they are they present?
Well, they will be present soon.
Oh,
This just
okay,
happens,
okay.
Like, you mean, people will be like,
Yeah.
someone get the guard! Someone get guard! Someone help!
We get to look at the crime scene before like the cops get here, basically.
Well,
What's this
the longer
for?
you take, the longer they will show up.
Do I reckon? Would I be able to try and remember if, like, these guys who make the pigment, like, would I remember if they have like a company warehouse or anything in the city? Would I recognize these pigment makers
You would have
because
to.
they're clearing out of here now, so I won't be able to.
There
like,
is, unless you try to find a bit of information on it, all you have right now is on deck. You haven't moved up. You haven't There's no
I'll go.
indication of like.
I'll go up to the stage and I'll
Mhm.
try and see if I can spot like a brand mark or like either an icon or the way it says like Smith and Wesson on a gun or something.
Okay, cool. So you are going up
A
to
brand.
the crime scene, like to up to your 1.
Yeah.
Could you roll me a sense check?
Sense.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm going to use some drive
Okay, cool.
to make this 2 dice.
Okay,
Two
cool.
twos.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, it's great. You go up and it's like for a second your curiosity gets the better of you, and you've never really seen like pigmentation before like this before, and it's weird. It's just like you kind of want to pick it up and have a look at it, and you kind of start to go forward towards it and more towards it. Would you pick it up?
The pigment itself?
No, the dress.
The dress? No, I don't want to touch this dress. I
I
feel drawn to it, but I'll pull myself away and be like, "Oh,
yeah, cool.
what am I doing?"
You will though see how would you react to seeing a puddle of flesh and bones beside it though?
Curious more than anything.
You were
Closely
curiosity.
looking at it, I'm like scratching my chin, being like, "Oh, how would this be possible in the scientific world? The bones are completely gone. Would that mean her lungs have collapsed?"
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you stand over and you're kind of infatuated by the body and the circumstances. There is no readable cause. There's no sign saying that we are shitting my corpus. You know what I mean? There's nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
There's nothing outlining that at all.
Is there anyone watching me?
You can have a look. There, this place is full. It's slowly getting empty. You are not the only ones in this. It's full of people like leaving. So there
If
is
this
people.
bleed containment vial, would I be able to snip off some of the dress and put it in a vial?
Okay, cool. Cool. I would say you could snip a bit of a yolk, but you do take a bleed mark for touching the dress.
Okay. Well,
You do.
isn't that the point of the bleed containment vial, that I don't touch this stuff?
Yeah, but you said you snipped it off. How would you snip that off without touching it?
Just like put the vial on it and then get some scissors and snip it in and like push it in with the thing like a big swab.
I
see someone taking
I would allow that, but you failed your sense roll.
Failed my
Sense
sense.
that there was any bleed coming from this really yolk.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, so I don't think there's bleed was up.
so you would take a bleed mark for it.
Yes, sir.
Lost one already.
and now, but as you touch it, and you pull it in, like describe what it does to you. Why are you being marked by it?
Okay, so I go
What do
to
you
pick up
feel?
some of the dress with my fingers and snip it up, and it feels like I'm after touching a hot range. The tips of my fingers are burned slightly black and charred, and a little bit of skin flake just falls off the tip of my finger. I'm like, "Oh, gracious!" And I look around to make sure no one like saw me what I was doing, and I'm like rubbing the tips of my fingers together, and it's like flaking, and I'm like, "Good, get out."
Stick your fingers in your mouth to cool it down. Like, oh fuck!
in that moment, the pain and the mark snaps your curiosity out of your mind, and this feel of bleed coming from this dress is crazy. You have never felt something so strong and bleed before, and it's emanating from the whole dress.
I'm gonna put a handkerchief over my mouth.
Yeah,
Just out of instinct.
instinct, because you were surprised that you didn't sense it coming up to it, but now after touching it, and it's like the best way of describing it is like you got bath salts and you sniffed it and you get that shock factor.
Oh yeah.
It's like that whack, just boom, hits you straight away, and you kind of have like a little panic for a second. Anyone else?
I'll turn to Florence and I'll produce my I also have a containment file as well. I say, "Why don't you go help the professor, young one?" And I kind of push her on towards Professor, and I'll get us some privacy, and I'll start walking out the door so there's like an outside space as well from this fair.
Yeah.
There would be in the hall, and I'm gonna take out some like little poppy like firework type crackers and start hitting them and try to grab the crowd's attention. Of them, see if I get recognized as well, and start saying, Ladies and gentlemen, please. There was some technical difficulties. Why don't you join me outside for the next part of our show? I assure you no one was hurt. And I'll lead outside and try to grab the crowd. And
I
bring
will
them out.
say, I won't let you roll for this because this is something that you are literally
what I do.
made. Is you're famous for this role. I won't even let you roll for it. You go out and half the crowd starts to come out of the building. It starts to empty. You empty the hall super quick because there's a lot of kids coming in around the area as you entered Yoke. You roll me a search though. Just roll me a search.
Yeah. Search. Where's that survey?
Yeah, survey.
I'll just roll. I've nothing on the spot. Just let it roll straight. 3 fail.
You are so tied up at the moment that you just keep going on, and you might spend a good about how long would you spend out here?
I'll give it 5-10. 5-10
minutes.
minutes.
Cool,
And then I will eventually just at the end of that. I don't know when we get to it. It's like a smoke disappear trick, and I'll be able to pump back inside. Use my magic to kind of get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, cool.
once the crowd's well distracted.
Perfect.
That's me.
So, after being called young one by Theo, should be just be like, that flattery is showing there. That part of the act, is it? She would actually want to walk over to where the body is as well. And the first thing she would want to do is she would, if you'll allow me to rizz this up a little bit, she'll take out her occultist supplies and she is going to be like, we must ask the source. And she will take out an incense stick and she will light it. And this is her way of finding where there is spiritual presence in the vicinity. So she'll light it and she'll just let it waft. And she'll hopefully let it see if it falls over the figure of a person. That's how she senses that there is a presence nearby and she's looking for this woman.
Okay. This is your blade detector, is it? Or your occultist supplies?
Occultist supplies.
Okay. You do the smoke, and you kind of expecting it to fall down on a crescendo of a person, but it's like the best way to describe it is like someone turned on a vacuum cleaner, and like to suck the smoke. It starts like going straight towards where the dress is, but then starts to kind of slowly move and then dissipate from the back. It's like it just moves a little bit and dissipates, like it's showing you a trail.
She'd immediately follow that.
But it only goes it literally only goes off the stage and then that's it. Like you could see the distance. It's not like it's going forever. It just literally just goes in like a little direction.
But it points me in a direction.
Yes, it does point you in a direction.
I'm going to follow that direction.
Cool.
And the first thing that she will encounter, she will then want to investigate that further, whatever that is.
Cool. You kind of walk past it, and then you kind of look, and it's just doors upon more doors. It's pointing to. It's like it's showing you a back way back into the school.
Okay.
That's all you can really determine from that. Theo, when you vamp back in after 5-10 minutes, all you hear is, "Oh, everyone start clearing out! Everyone clearing out! Yep, you need to leave." As you see walking in, you get a bit of a glance, and it says, "Do you see that badge on him?" And it says OUP on it. And you're like, "Oh, everyone clear out! Get out, Mom!" And he starts to usher the rest of the people that you try to get out already. He's ushering them out. What do you do?
And there's a few of them now. These OUP lads.
Yeah, there's a few of them now.
I have a thing called I know a guy. Once per assignment, I can ask you if I know anybody nearby. Is there anybody in the OUP I know? This is like a special thing I got. It's one person, and you tell me who they are and why they have insight into this investigation.
Okie dokie.
So it can be anybody nearby. So it doesn't have to be the OUP. It could be anyone.
Perfecto.
I'm happy I really need to wee, so I'm going to be back 2 seconds.
Yeah. You actually know one of the officers. Officer Johnson, Gregory Johnson.
Greg.
An older gentleman, which means he's been in OUP a long time. Bald, but you also know he's been in the OUP a long time, so he doesn't like bullshit. He's a very get straight to the point, or oil get straight to the point kind of person. And he walks up and he goes, "Fucking Candela! Oh, you just got here quick, didn't you?"
Yeah. He doesn't see me for a second. Some smoke kind of appears behind him, and I just kind of creep over his shoulder and be like, "Gregory, what do you know?" I would say I saw it all. I can stay.
Oh, you can stay, but see you, Mr. Zappy Yapper. Get your contraptions up, and you just see. Oh, I'm just putting it away, and he's like putting it in a big container bit, and he's just like loading it up, and there's people picking the container stuff up and like putting it in, and they're kind of just like getting their shit and leaving. He's like, and he's like, "All right, hurry up, everyone," and he goes, "Come here, Theo. What'd you say? Tell me. I heard something about a woman in the puddle. I don't know what's going on."
The woman's dress seemed to have melted her. I would advise no one go near her for now. I have my men on it. It's the dress. It's some new material. Magical.
All right, I think I'm just going to get. Well, it looks like we're just going to get timement, and he just turns around, and he nods at you fellas. Don't worry, I'll get rid of all this now in the next 10 minutes. You've 10 minutes, Theo. Go on. And he kind of
On it, Gregory.
He kind of just walks back to the door, waiting for his men. So you have 10 minutes around the body.
Perfect. And Mihal's run off.
Mihal is now. Yeah, Mihal has run off.
Disappeared. Can I see? Professor, anything?
Sorry, I just want to mention something real quick. My well-read thing means if I use intuition and I get 3 or less, I just get it back.
Oh, cool.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Sorry, I literally
That's
just said
sick.
that when you said you were using your skill.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yes, indeed, inadvertently I have. I've managed to segregate a piece of the sample here. It is positively filled with bleed, as you can see here. And I'll put my fingers right up to his face. Have you ever seen this before? This has not occurred as any part of any phenomenon that I've ever seen. My fingers are blackened and quite sore, I must say. On a pain scale of 1 to 10, it is at least a 7. The skin is peeling off. Can you see?
It does completely glows. It does.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
God.
infatuated for a moment. Just, yes, thinking of tricks already. Store it away, Professor. What else? Where's that man gone? The man she was with. Poor Vera.
Oh, apologies. I appear to have focused entirely on the woman. I appear to have lost the man. See where he went.
Okay. What's going to say? So, I'll come back to you in a second. So, Horst, you start to hear. You kind of get out to the back, and you start move through the skill. You go through the skill where you see the sign going through, and you kind of open the back door, and you see a car getting driven off, one of them old school kind of cars, big wheels, and it's like pumping like a little bit of smoke at the top of it. I need you to roll me a search. Is it a search? Yeah. Oh, a tracker spot. Yeah, survey. Roll me a
Survey, yeah.
Survey. Oh, shit. 5.
Nice.
So, hard to spot because the smoke that's coming from it, but you do catch on the back of the car that says Radiance Corporation
Okay.
as it drives off.
So, as Mihal kind of comes running out and he sees it, he goes, fuck. And he, seeing that radiance, he'll make sure he takes out, the little kind of journal that he has, and he'll scribble into it, really terrible handwriting, almost like a kid holding onto a crayon. Just kind of Radiance. What was it? Radiance Company?
Yeah, a Radiance Corporation.
Corporation.
Yeah, Radiance Corp.
And he'll kind of just take a mental note about what direction. He'll kind of watch them until they go out of his view.
Perfect.
But as soon as they're gone out of his view, he'll kind of put himself together a little bit again and try to go back towards where the kind of rest of them are.
So you would turn around and you would instantly walk into Florence.
Okay. Oof. And he gets a little bit of fright. Florence.
Find anything.
Oh, and he kind of shows that he turns the journal towards her. And he's seen the terrible handwriting. Radiance Corporation.
She would reach out and she would take the book so that she could read it better.
He would kind of recoil back a little bit if you go to take it. Sorry,
Mm.
this is Radiance Corporation, and he kind of tries to put it away.
Very well. Did you see anything?
Did I see the guy that ushered him out as well? Was there two?
You kind of just seeing like hulking figures, like kind of like just security.
Yeah, so
men
it's just
hushing-
ushering him out. Not much else that's useful, I'm afraid. They seem to push him around quite quick, whether it be security he had or whether they were part of everything as well. I'm not too sure, but well, at least we have the name. Ring any bells?
She's going to take her incense while he's talking, and she's just going to like waft it along, like around his person, just while she's standing in front of him.
Around me?
Mm.
And he kind of just goes silent and he kind of stands still, looks at you.
You
Just
hear
sound
from?
like-
Oh, sorry, go on.
Go ahead. No, go
No,
ahead.
go on, go on.
No,
No.
go ahead.
Go on.
No.
No.
What
Go on.
I might have to say might.
No, go
I'm
on.
hearing what you
Go
have to
on,
say.
no, go on.
Do I get anything? It's all I was gonna say.
No, you don't get it. You do hear from behind you. Sir, you need to close that door. It's the fire exit.
I turn around.
Are you
and-
just coming in or out?
What do I see?
You just
Is
turn
it like-
around and you just see like this like the fella with like a mop, genital clothes, and like he kind of has like electrocuted hair that's like spiked up like in yolks, and he's just like angry looking at you like standing outside.
Did the incense lead me to this door?
No.
No. Okay. I'll just keep walking in the direction then of wherever it was pointing me to.
It was this direction, like it was like this way, but you don't know whereabouts. Like, do you know what I mean? It was just saying
That's
go
what
north.
That's what she's going to be doing. So she's just going to be following the direction, taking the incense as she's going along, and she basically kind of wants to do it like in a sense, like she's trying to reveal or channel it. So that's what I'm trying to get at with the incense.
Yeah, okay, cool. As you try to come back inside with you, what's that flabby wobble you have in your hand?
Sorry.
I
Flabby wobble's a
said,
great-
what's
it's a great
that
word.
flabby
my
wobble
penis away.
in your hand?
Great, it's perfect.
Lawrence is just laughing in his face.
I'm sorry.
Just tell me what it is. You don't need to be sorry.
Incense.
In who? I do not love my brother.
Oh god. Oh god.
Hilarious. And she's just going to keep walking past him with this.
Are you coming in or out? He goes to you, Michael. As you about to
was
slam
like-
the door.
Calm it. And as I go past him, I reach to shake his hand. Sorry for anything. Do I say a set of keys on him?
Yeah, you would see a set of keys.
Alright, I want to try and steal them.
Okay. How would you like to just try to steal them? You just to go walk up to him like, here, give me
I'd
keys.
shake his hand and kind of like brush against him as I'm going past, sort of thing.
So you kind of want like misdirect them and then it's like
Yeah,
take
yeah.
the seat. Like, cool.
It's kind of like, you kind of engage with a certain part of his body without him seeing where your other hand is, sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like proper
cool.
triangles.
Roll me a hide check. You're trying to hide your actions away from them.
They're in a different room from us now, yeah?
They are so
Are they
you're in
in
the
some room?
exhibition hall.
behind
they're
the stage,
They're behind the stage between two tin doors and a whole corridors of like back into the school, out the back door.
And can we see them?
You could slowly when you start to, if you walk past the stage, you will be able to see what kind
So
of.
if can I see him doing this particular action?
Oh
you think?
no! Too
No?
far
Okay.
away. Too far away.
Wait, is it 4 a success or no? I
It's
forgot.
a mixed success.
It's mixed.
It
It's
is.
good. It's good.
It's good. It means it's good, but it comes with a cost.
Yeah, I used one, what's it called? Intuition there as well.
Mm.
Use okay.
Right.
Drive. Okay.
Drive's
So
right.
you go. You kind of shake his hand, and then you take the key. Florence, you do recognize him taking the keys, but the gentleman does not notice.
Nice.
You do notice that he just robbed the keys off your man. As your man just getting closer, I'm gonna have to clean up this bleeding mess. I fucking know it. And he's
Sorry,
like,
I'm very sorry.
She'll stop going in the direction that she's going in if she's spotted that, and she'll wait for this little man to totter off.
He just looks
And
around.
So
And
when
he's-
it is just me and
He
Michal,
just starts to walk down the corridor with his mop. It's just used to in the corridor.
And as I approach Florence, I'll kind of be like, well, where's that leading us?
perhaps to a door that needs opened by a key. And then she'll turn around and just keep walking.
Nice.
Well, by chance, I just happened to find this, isn't that good? Good omens. As he twirls them in his hand, we walk.
Yeah, you go. So you kind of walk back, and I said to the other two walk towards you at this point.
Yeah, I'll just say something to Gregory before we go as well.
Yeah,
She was Vera Montgomery, Gregory, just so you know. Poor girl, I know.
Those the beautiful.
Always. How about you meet me at the site on scene later on? I'll let you know what we find.
Yeah, all right.
Be careful with that dress, Greg.
Yeah,
Things that bleed.
Oh, all right. Well, it's not my type anyway. I prefer kilt. And he kind of just turns around and he's just waiting. You start to see two fellas in like complete hazmat suits, big
Perfect,
like screens, and like this gigantic big container. The two just dragging up into the scene. She's walking into the back. You just meet up.
Thank you, Gregory. Come along, Professor.
And then you see the kind of janitor fella, and he's just like, "What? All these classrooms have to be empty. Empty your room." And he's like, he just walks past you.
There's something behind your ear, sir. What? In there you go. Go on now.
Oh, magic! He just starts to run. You scared the
Walk away.
He just scared the shy out of him. He's like, "What's going on?" And he leaves. Then he just leaves. You see that most of the doors are open, but there's like 2 or 3 doors that are closed in this corridor. There's one on the left, 2 on the right.
They're the closed ones, or the
They're the
open ones. Sorry.
closed ones. They're the closed ones.
And how many open ones are there?
There's about 5 to 6. You can kind of see the people are wheeling things out of it that were at the exhibition to get the fuck out of here. Like,
And at the end of the hall is like another door into like another place.
yeah, no, that's the car park. So that's
Okay.
So what you can kind of start to synopsis that wherever shipment was, it was a car park into a classroom and then brought out to the stage. It's kind of like, so that's how all the shit arrived. It arrived
Perfect,
from a car, brought into a classroom, and then brought out onto the exhibition hall.
Yeah. I'm sorry, do we find the other 2? Are they still there?
Yeah, they're right in front of you.
Okay,
So
we're all
he's all in the
together,
same. Yeah, he's all together in the same hall.
Well,
Once you said, "Come along, Professor," also you'll see I'll have my glasses on the end of my nose and I'm flicking through my notes, old papers and research. It's my research materials. Happy.
Okay, cool.
Perfect.
Cool.
So I'll wait until we bump into these guys.
well, Mikey, what have you found?
I told you, call me Michal. So,
Yeah.
He'll say, I've actually forgotten the name. Remind me of the name again.
Theo?
No, of the corporation. Sorry,
Oh, the
Happy.
Radiance Corp.
Radiance Corp. And he's like, so he'll say, well, I lost him out on the road with his car waiting for them. It's a little bit suspicious just in that fact alone, but I did catch this name on the back of the car. And he'll kind of take out the notebook again and turn it Radiance Corporation.
Hold up, looking at it going, what?
Yeah. If everyone reaches for it again, he just kind of edges it backwards.
Roddy, I can't see it. Bring it closer, Michal. I can't see. Radiance, thank you.
Yeah, it's probably misspelt and everything. But
yeah. Radiance Corp. Does that trigger anything happy? Do I know this company?
There's loads of companies. I wouldn't say you particularly know what Radiance Corporation is.
No, it's nothing famous. Doesn't spring to mind or anything.
No, it's nothing in this metropolitan city. It's nothing there. Of
course, yeah. Never heard of it. Anybody? No, Radiance.
I'm going through my research materials, Happy.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, I'm looking up old papers that I was studying for making my graph. And the X-ray machine was one of them. And in my research materials, and after hearing Radiance Corp, is there anything in my research notes about Radiance Corp?
There would be the reason why these, let's just say Radiance Corp is like this new up and coming corporation, but they're not set in the city. You don't know where they're set, but this is where it was like their first launch kind of like the Adventures kind of
Oh,
guild
okay.
thing. So that's why there was a
I see
big
what
hype
they're talking-
around it. That's why there was a big, like it was on the main stage. This is like their launch, but there's no you wouldn't, there would be no like this is her home address. Do you know what I mean? There's no like anything.
Yeah,
Like
I'd say it was just like a little footnote in something.
that. Yeah.
But as far as X-rays machines go, would there be any instance of any mishaps with X-ray machines in my research notes? I'd say that's like a footnote on the X-ray thing.
No, I won't say anything about it. There will be anything that will be like X-rays going wrong or experimental X-rays, things going afoot or anything like that. The only thing you've ever heard about an X-ray is your man inside going, "Oh, look, X-ray. Make sure nothing in your pockets because I don't want to get you." That's the only time you've ever heard of it.
Okay. Yes. Well, it appears radiance. The only thing to do with it is how radiant the dress is. Apparently too fucking radiant. It appears this Radiance Corp is brand new. This was their launch, the launch of their new product. Quite suspicious that it went so awry.
Suspicious that they had a getaway ready to go as well.
Very
Ready
quick.
indeed.
Happy, going back to the beginning, when she was on stage with the dress, was there anything that, like, she had it on her? Was there anything there that was a triggering event for it to start glowing and burning her?
No,
Nothing that we could see. No.
just like
So she was wearing the dress. Nothing really
So
changed.
she came up onto the stage. He had kind of announced her. You don't know what words he said, but then he said a thing about the whole light in the yoke. Why don't you become the light? And she's kind of parading around. And as she puts her hand out to the yoke, red spores start to appear in her hand. The yoke.
Okay. So strange. Michal will kind of say, well, we know they were set up in one of these rooms, right? Why don't we? Can we try and figure out which one? See if there's anything left. So you're saying they would have set up in one of the rooms, right? They would have brought it in.
It's kind of common knowledge that you could get because you've been seeing people go now. But there is one room on the left locked and two rooms on the right that are locked.
Are there any signs, any like temporary signs put up that would signify where people would go?
There is literally this like exhibition. Like exhibitioner signs, that's it, and then you don't know. There's no like numbered or anything like that. You seem like they may have just been told to go to a room, yoke, been word of mouth and been lettered.
Okay. I'll just pick a door then. I'll just roll something.
I'm still
Just pick
following
random.
my incense, by the way. Just.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe does the incense actually?
The
No, that
incense
wouldn't
just
lead us
falls
anywhere.
down.
No,
It just
it
falls
falls.
down.
Okay.
There's nothing.
No, she's just incense.
Right.
So it's not leading me to anything though. So I can garner that it's not working.
It's just here. It's just coming as incense.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take that it's not leading me anywhere then, and I'll just turn. Professor, you investigated the dress.
Yes, dear.
Anything in particular? Anything bizarre?
Only that it is full to the brim with bleed. So much so that I injured myself taking a sample. Would you like to see it? I'll take out the vial.
I
Of
would absolutely like to see it. I will take the vial out of his hand if he'll let me.
course, I'll hand it over to you.
I'll open it and I will take the bit of the dress out with my bare hand.
Cool. Okay, cool.
What do you know?
Roll me. No, actually, you just take blade. You take a blade mark. Tell me how this affects you. This is part of some. This is horrific.
This is part of my let them in. Whenever you take one or more bleed marks, you also gain additional information about the phenomenon that harmed you. Ask the GM one question about the source of the bleed.
Okay, go ahead.
That's cool as fuck.
Ask me a question.
It's your question.
Meanwhile, Michal is just kind of like, oh, can we stop touching the bleed?
I don't really know like what I'm supposed to ask in terms of the bleed though, because I'm not really sure what I understand by bleed. Like it's
Blade
just magic.
Is the residue left over? Is anything scorned with magic? It could be like black ink, or this dress is covered in blade, which means it's covered in residue of magic.
Basically.
Okay, is there like different types of magic in this world?
No, it's just magic. Magic is magic.
Magic is magic.
Yeah. Evil magic or light magic. Let's just pretend that blade magic is always evil.
Yeah.
Evil.
The Warhammer.
Yeah, it's a bit rough in this
evil.
world.
Yeah, it's literally like toxic waste kind of thing.
Hmm.
Like if you've seen your one with the scars now, it's like that is like horrific, like
Infectious horror shit,
nuclear waste kind of fucking shit, but it's magic, like, do you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Am I
You-
able to tell from the bleed, like, if it is something that I don't know the nature of how it works in this world. If it's something that was planted there, if it originated from it, if
So
something like.
So just ask me so you have to ask me one question.
Yeah, I'm
about
trying
this.
to figure out how to answer it. Like, ask this question based on this, because I don't know. I'm really sorry. I'm just feeling so out of my depth with all of this.
Yeah, I think it's because I think I was struggling with the fact that like Florence would probably know more than Lob does about
Yeah.
bleed.
Of course,
now.
yeah.
So it's trying to find the right, like, useful question. I think is
Yeah.
what you're
Yeah.
trying to phrase.
Thank
like,
you,
Yeah,
Horse. That's
but-
what I'm
yeah.
trying to say. But like,
Yeah.
I just
It's knowing like what would
But
she kind of
what would you want to find out about the split? And then ask the
that's
question
that's
around
it.
that.
I don't
Just
know.
the general question. Your general questions.
General question. Why? Well, it's like treat this like a murder scene,
Yeah.
and then there's
If it-
blood on the ground or stuff, or if there's like a cameo. What question would you ask about it? Like,
Yeah.
Where did this bleed come from? I'm assuming that magic has some kind of source. It doesn't just like appear out of nowhere. So like, where's this bleed come from?
The magic in general is, stop me if I'm mistaken, Happy, it's like super unknown in this world. All we know is it
Yeah.
fucking destroyed the previous city that it's built on top of.
It was
That's
also
all
used
we
in
know.
It was
Super
also used in
mysterious.
war and shit like that. It was used as chemical warfare as well. Some people did harness the blade. A lot. That you would know the source of the blade comes from the dress. So that won't be the question you ask. You know the source of the blade is from this dress.
Okay.
You know
what about
that-
types? What about if she asked about any, like, is there different categories to
Yeah,
have we
like-
tried to categorize any of the different bleeds or something? No.
We wouldn't know that. It's not a thing. It's just magic.
magic.
Look, are the
Yeah,
effects
it's super
intentional?
vague.
Sorry, what was that?
Just because I don't want to take Lob's question, but it could be
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
No,
so-
I'm
are
happy
the
to get any
effects
help
of the
because,
bleed
like
con-
Horse says, like I know nothing, and I'm
Yeah.
like I don't know what
get it.
what the right question, and I don't want to like ask a stupid ass question. It's like
Mhm, of
you
course,
know
yeah.
this.
I'm not.
It's like,
I'm
well,
not.
I
Lob,
wouldn't though.
I won't allow you to ask the stupid
Yeah.
question.
Like, are the
I'll
effects
stop it.
intentional of this particular bleed?
That's a good question. Is it? Was
But
this,
you just said that the all magic that bleed is evil, so its intention would be an evil thing.
Yeah, but maybe
Mhm.
the intention of the original is not to like kill someone. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, then yeah. What's
Just
the
to glow.
intention? What's the intention of the bleed then?
Yeah.
What is this?
Intention,
What's the
damn.
purpose?
This is gonna be confusing now, but will make sense.
Okay.
Okay, so you don't think I'm giving you nothing.
It's gonna be a bullshit answer. I'm joking.
This type of yoke is more of a defense mechanism than anything.
So the bleed
Oh, the
The
magic, itself
yeah,
is
a defense.
has
mechanism.
acted in this way as a
No,
defense.
no.
It
The
was
source
put
of it.
there as a defense.
No, the source of it is defense mechanism.
Okay, so this like glowy effect isn't what it's supposed to do.
Well, people are trying to make it.
Yeah.
It's being used
Well,
because it glows, but it's
well,
not what it's meant for.
That wasn't originally what it is.
Well, my
Okay.
dear, what are you gleaning from your...
It's like
Self-harm.
Lob, it's like Albert. No, who made the atomic bomb? The gun or yoke? It wasn't meant for that, but people made it into the fucking that. Like black powder was meant to clear out caves, and then they made fucking dynamite to use it as fucking warfare. But all it was made for was to clear out yokes. The original intent of this blade is defensive.
Yeah, the
Not-
glow is like
not
a
for
side effect. It's not like the main thing.
So someone has like found whatever this is or done something and made it. Oh, cool! Look, this can glow. This pigment make shit glow, but doesn't understand the full effect of what it actually does.
Right.
Okay.
I did say it won't make sense now, but it will.
Okay. She's going to like keep rubbing it in between her fingers and let the effect take so that she can garner this information. And she's just going to say, "This was not its purpose."
So could you explain how this blade mark, would affect your character?
I would say that it would be similar to clock that it would be like a burn, like there would be blisters on things like on her fingers, like a burn mark, almost like an acid burn mark. And there would be blisters, and her skin would go red, and like people, you know how people can react
No, no,
really bad,
one,
like
yeah,
rashes
ones,
and
yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
So yeah, that's what she would get all over her fingers where she was touching this.
Perfect.
I'm watching her fingers, like kind of like, like writing down on my notes without actually looking at my notes. Does that not hurt you, dear? Are you not in pain? That scalded my fingers.
So at the moment, you are just in the hallway.
Yeah, I'm picking random open doors. I'm going to
All the doors
specify
have
open
been-
ones.
Seems like they've been emptied. Out.
All of them.
All of them. All classrooms, by the way. As well.
Yeah, and there's no staff in it, anything
I
hanging
know,
around.
Everyone's been kind of either ushered out, except for there's 3 closed doors.
Cool. Apparently then I'll be back in a bit, folks, and I run back and I go, Gregory, back into the room. Quick one, Greg. Radiance call. Who are they? Any idea?
Just got to do with Radiant Score, huh?
You know who they are. Come on now.
Thanks, Theo. I'll be on it. Don't worry about it. And he turns around. He goes, lads, clean it up. We're off. And he starts to pick all the stuff and he starts to walk off. You know that he is helpful to a point.
Of course, yeah.
But OUP are kind of like, fuck Candela, we'll do our own fucking thing. Like,
yeah. Do they have vehicles?
They do have vehicles, yes.
Okay, I'll run back to the group then. Mm-hmm. We have a trail.
Mm-hmm. You see, when you come back, you see the janitor going, and he comes back over to go, sorry, I want to see my keys. I'm supposed to lock up all the rest of these doors, and I don't have my keys on me.
And
No, maybe I dropped them back there at the emergency exit or something. I don't think I've seen them on the floor, though.
Jesus.
Sorry. If I see them, I'll let you know, yeah?
Well, I need to leave because they didn't really clean that mess off. He starts to walk because he's actually getting a little bit sick of these moves. And he starts to walk off.
Lawrence will just wide her eyes and tilt her head like this, like towards Michal, and just be like,
I'll give it a little kind of eyebrow, like, oh.
Can I go back out? Because I want to look under this stage. I want to see if there's more of this product anywhere else. It might be under the stage.
There is no under the stage. Like if you would lift this, you would have to lift it like a big wooden plank.
Okay, it's a solid stage.
A solid stage, like.
Okay.
I would go with him. I would go with him.
Yeah, I'd probably.
Are there any
wants to do something as well here?
The stage. I literally just want to find more product. Are there any containers around the stage or anything with Radiance Core written on it, or?
So you would look around and you would see that most people have been taking their containers where they
something left behind.
No, they've all emptied. They all left. Rome. No, I was like, you're on the kind of on the saying you're on a kind of good way of it. Where is Radiance Corp's box?
Yeah, I can't find any, can I?
No, there's none here. And you kind of remember that she came upon the stage, like she came from the back onto the stage. She wasn't always on the stage.
Huh. It would appear their debut was supposed to be short-lived. I don't see any containers or boxes or setups or anything, stalls or whatnot. I'm just saying this out loud, not realizing there's anyone around me. I was like, appeared to be a quick getaway was their plan from the start.
Can I ask a question here? Do you know the abilities you have from your class and your specialty?
Yeah.
Are they once per day sort of thing, or what's the limitation on these?
I think they say usually, like I've one that's once per assignment, but the rest I could just do it whenever.
Yeah, I think it should say.
I've won once per assignment.
So unless it specifies, I think you can just.
It doesn't specify then, from what I can see.
Yeah, just go for it.
Happy days. Sorry, I'm thinking. Okay, so I have Scout, right? So if you've time to observe a location, you can spend 1 intuition to ask a question. What do I notice here that others do not see? What in this place might be of use to us? What path should we follow? So
nice.
If I was to use that there, and my intuition, this is a point of intuition. Oh, wait.
Like a drive point?
I don't think you have any.
Fuck, I don't have any. What's the point in that?
We can just say you can take it out. You can just say take it out of there, Varkul. You can take it.
Sorry, yeah, drive you can use from any. I was wrong about that earlier. If you have any drive on any, your categories, you can just use that.
Really?
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
you had to use it based
No,
on the
I
skeleton.
thought that as well, but no.
Oh.
So you can use any of your drives.
So I'll take 1 point out of my drive, and then
That makes sense. In fairness.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
spend
yeah.
I'll spend an intuition to see like, is there anything I notice or sorry, yeah, what in this place might be of use to us about this kind of.
Cool. So you kind of like walk around, and the riddling of the keys in your pocket, and what the man has just said that the rooms have been all emptied, which mean he has to lock up the other rooms, which means you have the keys for the rooms that are locked inside, which means you can go search them rooms.
Oh, did we see locked doors?
Yeah, I said
It was four, wasn't it?
Yeah, 3
Oh,
of
fuck.
doors.
I didn't
said
know.
it 4
So stupid.
times.
Yeah, it's
Oh
four
my
closed
God.
doors. Yeah.
Why did someone say it to me? I
And I'm
actually
pretty sure
didn't hear.
and Lob this when she went the keys. And I'm like,
Oh my
and you,
God.
you went like this. Yes.
I thought that was about him looking for the keys, though.
No.
Just fucking say it to me if I. Okay.
She's weird.
I figured
man.
that's what you would do. I went out to the stage figuring you would search those locked rooms yourselves.
I wouldn't have missed that. I'm so sorry.
No,
Mihal will be like, oh, fuck, there's some locked doors back there, isn't there? Looking towards
so
Florence.
there's 1 locked door on the left, and there's 2 on the right.
All right, so I'll grab Flowers, come back with me if she will, or something like that. Just
No,
just
I went back to the stage with the professor. I'm going
Okay.
to do it.
Right then, I slink back alone. So Mihal will go back up to the door on the left. He said,
Yeah.
and he'll start going through the keys.
Yeah,
No.
it takes you.
No,
Oh,
no.
and then yes, finally yes, it opens, and you
Chunks.
see this this room, this all classroom is like it's like move everything's all the chairs and tables are moved to the side, and right is in bang in the center is this gigantic wooden crate.
Is there anything, any kind of green glowing around the crate or anything like that?
You're going up to investigate.
I'm not going up to it from here where I am.
From here, you can look. You can have a spot. So you can give me a survey.
Survey.
Survey says.
Survey
Bing.
says. And that is a 6. Let's go.
6.
Nice.
You
Hell
do
yeah.
All
see
these
from
dice.
from the top, there is like a slight kind of ooze of green pigment on top of it.
And Mihal will stop looking at the ooze without going any closer. He's gonna he's gonna open up his little journal.
Okay.
And kind of flick through it for a second, looking for a certain page. He kind of read. You see him reading. He's looking up at it reading, and he kind of closes it, and he shuts the door behind him. And is like, "I better not go in there on my own." And he kind of walks back out. And he's like, "I have something interesting over here. If you might want to tag along, one of you anyway."
The group you all hear that.
Before though, because we came back in, so as soon as I talked to Gregory and he was about to run off, I came back to the group. It's like, I have a tail, and they were about to keep going investigating. So I was like, "Fuck! I'm gonna run out towards." It was like the car park that was at the back, right?
Car back is in the whole back.
Okay. So I'm gonna
The opposite direction where you're going.
So I'm gonna run out to the entrance there and peek out and see if I can still see the OUP lads like gearing up and leaving.
They're leaving them, but yeah.
And I'm gonna use my thing, the prestige. I'm gonna transform into an OUP dude.
Okay.
Just a generic dude. I have to roll on this. It's so I'm gonna roll sense when you perform it, and on a success, take a bleed. Interesting. So let's roll this. Where do I add drive? Here we go. I can choose which one, so I'm going to take a drive from my nerve. Nerve is the move strike. Yeah. So I'll take 1 drive from that and roll. 6 success.
Success.
So I just turn to like a generic dude in the OUP uniform and run out and start like joining them to get ready in the cars. And I'll go to like open a driver's seat. There's multiple vehicles, I'm assuming, as well.
There will be about 3 vehicles and 1 main vehicle.
Yeah, I'll go to like get in front, and I see Greg who's like, commanding everyone.
He's
Where to, sir? Where to? As I'm like
he's,
clamoring.
back to HQ. We need to drop this off, and then I need to talk to the commissioner.
Right. There's one witness I will talk to. I'll meet you back at HQ.
Yeah, all right.
And I'll run back inside then.
Yeah, John, who the fuck's that? He's like, all right, get this shit in. Let's get the fucking back. And then he goes. So you go back inside. While
And
this
I
is
also,
happening,
I also take a bleed.
yes, you take a bleed.
Hell yeah.
Because you are using Magic.
Yeah.
So you come out,
Really?
and when this happens, you'll hear Mihal is like, "We gotta." He says shit that you might want to have a look or something. I want to find something.
Come back in. I'm still in the OEP. I just kind of forget to drop it. I'm just like, well, what did you find?
So as they kind of, if they come along, whoever comes up to me anyway, Mihal will lead them back to the door, and he'll kind of open the door. And it's like, I present something fucky, and he throws the door open.
Something fucky.
Fucky. You just see in the middle there's a cray. There's this giant wooden cray in the middle of the classroom.
It's not marked or anything. There's any.
You'd have to go in
Stickers
and
or-
have to go in and have a look.
Yeah, I getcha.
Mihal,
Yeah. I'll go in because I assume he's been in the room already, which I know probably hasn't. But yeah, I'll walk into the room.
You start to walk in the room. Just roll me a survey.
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 I'll point out, sorry, as we're walking in, that like you can see the U's in the corner. If
Yeah. He points out the green kind of pigment from you. Automatically knows that it's the same pigment from the dress.
I'll take another nerve driving this because I'm really bad at this. 4 mixed.
Nearly touching the yolk. You nearly go to touch it, but the minute he shouts out, you kind of look away. You kind of like lean back a little bit, and you're looking around for like a piece of paper or anything, and then you see this. You should see this
Ooh.
on the side of it. We splash with a bit of green on it. See the pigment there?
Okay. Don't crush. Bribebank College.
That's where you are.
Yeah. From Radiance Corp. Perfect. It's written Ord Springs. Ooh. But it's splashing green. Yeah, I don't want to touch it. I'll just. Mihal, are you hanging outside the room?
I've kind of stepped in as well. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I kind of point and be like, write it down. Good man. Radiance Corporation, 82 Main Street.
Fucking get the crown.
If you look on the map on roll 20,
Yeah.
I'm gonna move clock to where the Brim Mountains is.
Oh.
Oh wow, Jesus! so far away.
What? Oh fuck.
Hence the reason why you couldn't absolutely in the city.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah.
miles up in the mountains.
Fucking secret.
Oh, it's up in the fucking Scarlet Forest.
Yeah, up.
What are you doing up there?
It's secret.
No
So
wonder.
Mihal will ask, does anyone know where that is? Do they recognize that address?
Now, the Scarlet, what happened if I'm not mistaken, is like horrible.
Yeah, it's not the Scarlet
great.
Woods. It's not the Scarlet Woods. It's in the
It's,
mountains. It's
mountains,
above
but you have to
that.
go. You have to go through basically the woods to get there. Right?
Well,
More or
no.
less.
You would know that there's a train that goes straight up. So see that
Oh,
track that goes
nice.
straight up to it.
Oh, it's a track. Gotcha.
Track, yeah, that's a train track that goes up.
Oh,
there.
yeah.
So you can actually go to the station and go up in a train towards.
Well, we have a heading.
Well, what do we do about this? Do we leave it here?
What do you suggest? I put it in my pocket.
Didn't know you were a funny man as well as a magic man.
It's all entertainment, young man. Leave it to him. Let Candela know.
There's nobody's curiosity get to us now, as he looks at the kind of others.
Well,
We're
don't
not
know
here.
this.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
they're
sorry, it was just
not
you.
there.
Sorry about that.
Just the
This
two of
is
us.
probably
Yeah.
going on. It's probably going on while this is going on, so we'll be coming back soon.
Yeah.
Mihal will
we-
kind of will walk up to it, and he'll take out. I selected as one of my items a hand weapon.
Yeah,
Mm.
well, what is your hand weapon?
So it says hand weapon, so I presume it's kind of like a small kind of thing. So I'm thinking
That's
just like he's kind of slinked a baton off someone, like somehow found like a baton, whether it's robbed it from like one of the police force that's in the city or something like that, So we'll say it's just like a solid little baton, and he'll just give it a few little taps on the side, just like a tunk just to see if there's any movement.
You kind of see that it's already kind of been pre-opened, and then kind of when you tap, the door just swings straight open.
No!
You see inside. You see inside what it looks like. The best thing to describe it is like someone got a paintbrush and just like splattered green everywhere, and that's all that's in there.
Woo! I thought I was dead.
You have discovered that this is where the dress was transported.
Yeah, okay. So that's where the dress is transported. Okay.
So she got dressed in here and then came out onto the stage.
Right.
There's a load of splatters of this shit all over the inside of it.
Yeah, there's all this pigmentation of the dress.
Bizarre.
That's not good.
I was a fucking dress
Why
moving by
did she
itself.
put it on when she saw the crate?
The dress moving. It's just like wriggling around by itself, splashing its fucking dye all over the place.
It's just it's a bit nuts.
And so Miho will kind of, as the door kind of swings open, he'll definitely like jump backwards. Well, I guess at least we know there's nothing hiding in there anymore.
No.
I think we lock this up and get back with the others and see what else we can do.
Only one door into this room.
Yeah, it's a classroom.
Could always lock the door.
True. Well, he jingles the keys again. And
of course. It's the first time I see you produce them. I'm like, yeah, it's perfect.
A gift as he kind of shuts the door and locks it.
I'm gonna.
Love would probably hear me saying
Right,
what I said at this
I'm
stage.
gonna sneakily try to do this happen. Take a deck of cards. I'm gonna take one card. I'm gonna swab a bit of this goo, this like the dye if I can. If it's like still like any residue, if I can smear it on a card and then put it back in the pile. So I just have like a box of cards with some one of the cards.
I'll let you do that.
Yeah, but will I do it sneaky? I'll do it sneaky if I can to not let me
you're a
know.
magician.
Once again,
yeah, one of the persons who.
Do you ever see that Now You See Me movie where they fucking fling
Yeah.
cards?
Sick.
Yeah.
Good scene, bad movie. But yeah, I'll do that. So I'll just take a bit of that because I'm curious.
Yeah, cool. So, what you say to Clark? What you say to?
While this is happening.
It's what I said earlier. I said it out loud that there's no Radiance Corp boxes around here,
Oh yeah, cool.
and that they had planned on a quick getaway from the start, basically.
So when Mikhail came out and asked you to come in, why did you choose to not go in?
I have went to investigate the remains basically of this woman because there's a part of the occultist thing called extend your senses. So I wanted to go and do a sense roll of the phenomenon that I saw, the woman. And it says I can also add the number of dice equal to your current intuition resistance to the roll. So I just want to go and do like a sense roll of like her and that's happened, like the actual thing that I witnessed.
Yeah, cool. I'll roll. Make the roll.
Cool.
So
She's speaking to us from the dead.
What is this?
What are we listening to? This is great. Perfectly creepy.
Oh yeah.
I'm just trying to like figure out how this works. I'm not sure I understand. It says also add a number of dice equal to your current intuition resistance to the roll. It says my current resistance is for intuition is 2.
So you get 2 extra dice.
Two
Yeah.
extra dice.
2 extra dice.
Just don't use that as drive. You can just use that as the.
That's
You can just add extras.
Modifier. Yeah.
Is it modifier? Add additional
Yeah.
dice.
Yeah.
To
Additional
Just
dice.
as modifier and use drive from. So just use the
Yeah,
modifier roll.
There you go.
Ooh, 2 6s.
Hey.
And I get a thing back.
Critical
Great.
success.
No.
2 6s
No.
is.
You can choose the 3 and fail and get a
Hmm.
yoke back, or you can pick the critical success.
No, I'll pick the success.
Yeah.
That's how it's drive. Lob, you haven't even used the drive, so it's grand.
Okay.
So you wouldn't even need to use the guild. You know what I mean? The guild dice is
Yeah.
useless because you haven't used it. Yeah, cool. So you're trying to sense. So just describe to me again what you're trying to sense again. Sorry.
So when you make a sense roll to understand more about a phenomenon you encountered, so the woman,
Sense roll.
There.
I'm just trying to get a bit
You
more of
sit
an
there. You kind of
understanding.
sit down there. You and you hold the incense between your hands, and you kind of rub it back and forth, and the kind of incense in your eyes kind of encumbers your whole body, and then you kind of walk through the smoke, like smoke door, as you make it. You walk into, and you replay the scene back in your mind. You are there on the stage looking at this girl, and she is the happiest. She's just happy to be in a dress that's yoke, and then there's a slow little like twitch to her, and then you see the complete like fear in her face as she knows something is wrong, and she feels the pain and pain, and then she starts to melt. You know from this phenomenon that this woman had no idea what was going on. This wasn't a self-sacrifice thing or anything like that. This was just wrong place, wrong time kind of thing. She was hired because she was beautiful to show off a beautiful dress, and sadly, it cost her life.
Could
She wasn't
I
part of Radiant Score.
Yeah, she's not a part of it.
could I make I don't know if this is a little bit of a stretch, but could I make the assumption that like she was happy one minute and all of a sudden like you said that she changed and it was fear. Was that her beginning to feel the pain?
That was the blade taking over.
Yeah, so that was her.
That was like
feeling the
feeling like this heavy blade took a while to affect her. Like yours were instant, but she got put on and she walked out. And maybe it was just the anxiety of the moment of going out to a large crowd, and then out of nowhere she just like it overwhelmed her, and basically she was put inside a microwave and cooked.
Okay. So I would have done that, and I
Just like my
think
popcorn.
if she when you done the incense thing, could her eyes have went like roll back to the back of her head and they were white?
So for you,
Oh, God.
you that scene goes through, but for everyone else, like your eyes are like wide back and you're just holding the incense.
Yeah.
But for you,
God.
you walk through like a cloud of smoke into a room. That's what I
Mm.
remember.
Perfect. Okay, so I'll snap out of that and be like, my goodness, this poor woman, she was murdered. And I will then consult my arcane text that I have with me to see if there's anything in here that can point me as to like I don't know, like is this a known method of using bleed?
Oh, okay.
eh,
So okay, yeah, I understand. You're trying to see if there's any. Has there been like things like this before?
Maybe seen
Yeah.
microwave
Has
people.
bleed been used like this
Yeah.
before, or is this
Magic.
something new?
Well,
and
but you would know
different?
magic be used like in this way. But I would say it would be more. You're asking the question more of like wearing clothes affect the person? Like, has there ever been the story of a person wearing a garment and been like turned basically into a skeleton because of it? Is that the question you're trying to answer?
Not strictly with clothing, but like
Well, you would
kind
your
of, yeah.
text. You would look at
Okay,
your text and you'd be there
Okay,
for
yeah,
ages.
yeah, okay.
You're being too
with
broad, you
clothes.
know what I mean? Because
Okay, then yeah, if bleed's been used to be put on clothing or anything that would come into direct contact with people.
cool. I wouldn't
Like
know.
what I'm trying to say is like it has been bleed been used as something that would be somewhat like it's disguised, like so it's as a normal everyday thing.
Okay. Roll me. Actually, you know what? You're an occultist. It's kind of your thing. I won't let you roll. Multiple things, lab. Could read your arcane text for a while. I've heard stories about people hiding things, that magical mundane items to hurt people. There could be. You've also heard about one time a person going over to a box and the box coming alive and eating them. There's many arcane things about like magic creating that have end up in people dying. Clothes, not so much. But like some people go into a car and then the car is actually a mount of a monster and they die instantly. Like, yes, there is been shit like that.
Okay.
I'm looking over Love's shoulder. Can I read this text, or is it like in a different language to me?
Well, it depends. Depends if she lets you read it.
If
Well,
the
if
professor
your
was
eyes
leaning
are rolled
over my
back in your head,
shoulder.
Mhm.
if
No,
your
no,
eyes are rolled
that
back in your head,
that was
before.
during my sense.
that was
Now I'm reading the book.
and was
after
that like an instant?
Your rollback.
No, she never took
Would
the
I-
book out until she.
the book is after I consulted
Oh yeah,
my
'Cause I would
sense.
have. If your eyes were rolled back in your head, I wouldn't have went up to observe you.
Oh, okay. So when he
And if
came
you
back
got
and
your
when
book, you would see me leaning in to look at your
yeah.
book.
Oh yeah, if you're leaning in,
Um,
I'll just like very like casually just like bend it so that you can read it as well, but like not actually like
Ah.
look or acknowledge you. But
Yeah,
she would just-
you would do that, but you would know that he can't read that arcane text.
Yeah, try it.
Try me,
It's
bitch.
all you see is like lines, squiggles, circles, triangles, a picture of a man standing up. It's weird.
Who's this
Like
man?
fucking like hieroglyphs and wingdings.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird things. But
Fucking
she's reading,
wingdings.
she's reading it like there's no tomorrow.
Very interesting.
Isn't
I
it?
must learn how to write like this. This is how magic is transcribed?
Magic of the occult.
Very good. And what have you gleaned from your magical interactions here?
This woman was absolutely murdered. For what purpose, I do not know, but she was murdered.
So she may have not have been part of Radiant's core.
No. She put on this dress, she was happy, and then it started to take effect, and she died. She is an innocent.
Oh girl. I'm gonna go back to the very back of my research notes and you'll see me marking a 1 next to a little tally.
Ooh.
You would meet up as a group.
Yeah. Has OUP set up any like border around the scene now at this
Oh yeah,
stage?
the whole place.
No, I know they left. I know they left, but like,
Yeah, the whole place would have been like
what's the word? Cordoned off.
Yeah.
We'll probably head back to them then.
And is there like a warning sign or anything on the
No.
where the dress is, or is it just the whole area is just like
So the
cordoned
dress,
off?
the dress is gone. It's gone. Everything's gone.
Oh, they did take it. Okay,
Yeah,
I wasn't
they
sure.
took it, yeah, they
Oh,
took it,
okay,
yeah.
perfect.
So that big
Perfect.
van is where they put it in.
Okay, I
That's the
thought
reason why
I thought they just dropped and went the second I told them about radiance.
No.
Grant.
Yeah.
Okay, they've safely taken
Yeah,
that out.
all of it's taken away.
I thought they did that. I thought I seen that as well.
Yeah,
No,
It says
no,
Radiance and they fucked off
Greg
like they had a
was
fucking
saying,
lead.
yeah.
No.
exactly. Okay, they did their job. Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, they did the job. So, I will
Circle.
say,
We have a train to catch.
yeah. A train, the minute you hit a train and you lay the information that it's up in the mountains, Clock, you would know that the only next train going to the mountains is in the next hour. And if you don't make there, you just won't get another train for another, it won't be until the next day.
I've asked quickly now. We must leave immediately. The train is leaving in 1 hour.
Yeah, he's about half an hour away from the train station. So
Perfect, yeah. Lead the way,
We
Professor.
hitch a
This
ride
is you.
with one of your friends. Hitch a ride with one of your friends here. They heading to the station.
they've all left.
They're heading back to the HQ, Professor, not the mountains.
Are we able to hail a taxi? Are there taxis going?
Why are we heading to the mountains?
It's where the corp is.
Yeah, she doesn't know
Oh, yeah.
because
I
we weren't
assumed-
there.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you guys are like, we're going to the mountains, and
Yeah.
we're just like, why?
Radiance
Right.
corp.
Sorry, I
I
assumed you
remember
told
when
us.
I shouted for everyone to come along. Yeah, so we found something there. And he's gonna stare.
That's my bad.
Yeah, we found a transportation box with the dress within. It's all
With an
covered in
address.
shit.
So apparently our destination is up in the mountains.
Can I
Were
see
there
this
any
book?
other dresses?
Not your size, no.
Oh, very good.
No, the justice professor.
Well,
no.
just
Quite a
good
gag.
looks.
Not to wear one, my friend, but to inspect it.
I misunderstood.
Quite
Alright.
a funny one.
I'll hurry this on. You'll end up getting to the train station on the train.
Taxi style, yeah.
You're already on the train going towards the mountains. Would you like to talk to you or say anything while on the way to the mountains?
Okay, I know you carried us along, but could me and Clock's character have seen the box before we went to the train?
The box
that's
has
what
been
we're-
destroyed. But yeah, of course you can. Yeah, of course. When
did I do
you
that?
say that, I just
What
say
box?
you went in. Is there anything you want to do with the box?
I actually can't with my stuff.
Cool.
She would have just incensed around the box, tried to find anything through that, but I know there's not going to be anything, so it's fine.
She goes in the incense. The old man Jenna comes back. Are you taking it or what?
Don't touch this box. Good man.
Okay, but I need to find my keys somewhere around here. Please, let's look around.
I saw it on Michiel.
All right.
Michiel.
So-
Oh, actually, no. Yeah, no. I don't want to give him to him. Go on. Go.
Cool. So we go on
To
the
the train.
train. We're on the train.
Fair enough.
He'll open the door and kill himself with the box.
Oh, you did lock it.
Go on,
That's true.
anyway.
So we're
That's
on the train. You just want to say anything to teachers while you're on the train?
Someone make the train noises for us.
I just want to consult my research materials to see what
Sure,
other
Sean.
companies make their base in the mountains.
Cool. Easy enough. No one does. It's kind of
This
psychotic.
is the only company who's built up here.
It's kind of psychotic.
So I'll just be like peering over my glasses to the group then again, just being like, this Radiance company is obviously up to no good. No other companies build this far up. Very shady indeed.
Do you have any working
Yeah.
theories, Professor, on this material?
Well, I know that they might have come up with the name Radiance based off the glow of that lovely dress. I think that's the only actual theory I can come up with so far that I'd be worthy sharing with you all. Nothing else really. Not that I
Fair.
can remember if there's any other compounds or chemicals that have produced the same kind of bleed result. I think our occultist over there has determined that there has not been.
Hmm.
She was
And
definitely
Florence?
murdered.
Florence, what does Mum and Dad think of the whole thing? Kinda fucking.
What do they think of the whole thing, Happy? Mama and Papa?
I don't know. What more do they think? Have they spoke to?
If he says that, she would go and she would consult with them, and she would do her
So how-
incense thing. And
Florence, why am I dead?
So while you do that, she kind of does like looks at you and her eyes roll back in the back of her head.
I roll my eyes as well. Yeah,
Maybe
absolute
I'll lean
mockery.
across,
Absolute
you know,
mockery.
If we're sitting like at a little table, you know, the four-seater on a train,
Yeah.
Michiel leans across and does the wave his hand in front of her eyes. Like, Jesus, how does she
Can
do that?
Can I sense that they're doing that, Happy, while I'm doing this?
No. You're completely out of it. You're completely out of it when you hear it in the say. And you kind of just see sitting beside you on each side, in an empty cart with no one around you, is your mother and father.
Good day.
And they
Did you
just go,
perhaps see the woman?
Woman.
Yes, she was quite unpleasant. Your father says.
Miss Montgomery.
Usually when people die, and he kind of turns around, and when people die, the spirit's the same, and you see like half his head is kind of gone as he turns inside you. Yes. Maybe I was lucky then, the way I did. And then your mother kind of like kind of is like puts her hands down and just goes, "Terrible shame, actually."
Were you able to converse with her at all?
Why? She's nothing but a model.
A what? Sorry?
Model.
She's a model.
Still a person. Still had a life.
Yes, but she has nothing interesting to say.
She had nothing interesting to say about the fact that she was just murdered.
I don't think it was a murder, darling. If you stay in the state, you will get blade. Oh no, Brian. Mark's love.
Okay. If they're being literally no help at all, then I'll just come out of it then.
Oh, cool. You come over, and you just see someone waving their hands in front of your face.
They were like, you think this is silly, Theo? This is kind of magic.
Professor, what do you know of magic?
It sounded like the way Mr. Bean says magic.
Magic.
I know shamefully little. However, I know that I know bias when I see it on someone's face.
What I do is
prefer
offer
one type of magic over the other.
prefer magic I can control, Professor.
I'll
This-
like sharply look over then. Can you not control your magic, dear? A bit concerned.
Well, they disagree with me that it was not a murder.
I look back over at Theo.
Hmm.
I'm like,
Useful as always.
All I care about is you keep your magic away from me. All right? I don't like it. I don't trust it.
Good.
Well, that's
You
just a lack
shouldn't.
of knowledge, my
Hmm.
dear friend. Perhaps if you knew more and asked more questions, you'd be less afraid.
Well, maybe with knowledge comes more dangers as well, Professor.
Oh, wise words, wise words.
So I'll say you are nearly getting to your destination. So deep in the Bryn Mountains, as far as the rails will take you, lies the town of Morden Springs. A massive factory looms over the Bitter River, and the sounds of explosions shake the nearby cliffs. This is a company town, a place where Radiance Corp pays their workers in currency that they can only spend at a company store. The
God.
settlers who live here on this land sold materials rights to the corporation and now are working to afford the opportunity to continue living on their own on small farms in their family homes. The people here are hard of head and hand, but soft at heart for members of their community.
Hmm.
I will show you a little map of the town.
Can I also just say on the train, I would have used my lab equipment to make a mixture, a concoction.
So you arrived on the train.
All right.
It's the little town.
It's the factory on the top, is it? Or like,
The factory
yeah.
is the top.
Upstairs.
What's the kind of main building in the middle?
That's
the factory.
That's the train station. That's where you go.
That's the train station, yeah.
Oh, oh, gotcha. It's built into the mountain. Yeah.
Yeah, there is a few. I'll just let you know there is a few points of interest around here. There is like you can see kind of like a store. There's the factory itself. There's the housing, which is on the left, which is the town itself. And that's the only from where you're standing. That's the only kind of points of interest you can see as you get off the oak.
And out of curiosity, was there many other people on the train?
There was nobody on the train.
Bit of a ghost train, huh? As I get off, I imagine it's almost like this foggy, smoggy from like explosions and stuff like that. I imagine it's like
it's
dry
completely
air.
like you kind of want to stay indoors because the dust
Yeah.
and everything from the explosions is everywhere.
Hmm.
It's a bit it's hitting around like 9 o'clock at night, so it's getting very dark.
Okay.
Did anybody bring a detector, by any chance?
Oh, what?
A detector? Bleed.
No, I don't have the likes of that now.
It.
Detectives are not portable, I'm afraid. Far too cumbersome.
Right.
Well, I guess we're going the old-fashioned way then.
Well, my old bones are. I know we were sitting down on that train for a while, but I'm quite tired. Approaching my bedtime.
I don't know if there'll be a bed that'll fit all of us, Professor.
Oh, I've worked through longer nights, I suppose. Are there any,
Remember this whole place is owned by Radiance Corp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Currency.
Is there anywhere that's particularly rowdy looking? Like any pubs, or I'm looking for like the most concentration of people?
Jesus.
Not really. No, you want there
They're all gonna
is
spread out.
everything is very for a town. It's very fucking quiet. No one on the roads or anything like that. No one to when you get off the train. No one to fucking. No one. There's no inspectors. There's no ticket persons.
Nobody take me bags, no?
Definitely not.
I have made a loud mixture concoction as well on the train.
Cool. What would this loud mixture of concoction be?
So it's a glass vial filled with like it just looks like water, it's transparent liquid.
Okay.
But when it comes into contact with air, it will be like a flashbang.
Perfect. Cool.
So what do we think? Do we want to go and have a look at the source? Like kind of gesturing up towards where we'd see the mines and explosions are going on. Or do we want to try and talk to the locals first?
Lawrence will turn to Mihal and just be like, "Did you not see a car leaving the scene?
I did.
Would
But
you
the only
be
thing-
able to recognize said car?"
Happy, was that like on some stuff and luggage and like in the window of the car, or was it actually on the car?
On the car.
On the reg.
Yeah. So we all say, turn to Florence and say, yeah, well, as long as there's only one car in here with the Radiance Corporation on it, then yeah, sure.
Assuming cars can get here at all, Happy? Or is it just trains only?
I was gonna ask, you know.
Oh,
Even a road?
You could there was definitely there's I would say you know how the train system works in the you're sort from fucking city. You can definitely there will be crates where you can drive a car onto a train.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. Cool.
Do you know what I mean?
And we knew the schedule since then. Was there another train before our one that would have came here?
There was definitely another train before your one.
Okay.
You just would not have made it though. You just need something.
Yeah.
Would the car have made it?
It's very debatable. Yes, it's debatable that the car got
Pretty likely. Yeah.
the other train
Then-
beforehand.
I think we can perchance look for the car then as well. But how much of the pedestrian or how much is like living area? Is the whole left hand side of the train living area?
Yeah.
There's the
Worker
homes,
homes, yeah.
the homes, yeah. But use are the only ones to get off the train.
Yeah.
All right. So,
There's
and do we actually see anyone around us? Like,
There's
nobody
no.
around?
It's like a ghost town, man.
All right.
Think of walking into Silent Hill for the first time.
Yeah.
All these bangs are from mining, right? There's
Mining
mine's
directly up in the mountains.
I'm not gonna lie, my curiosity's taking me up that mountain.
You can take carousels up.
Yeah, from
Oh,
the station.
shit.
It wouldn't be a long shot to think that whatever they're refining in the factory is coming from the mine. And perhaps whatever in the mine is the source of the bleed.
Exactly.
Strange that it's going into a dress, but
So it's up to you. There's obviously the carts that take you up to where it looks like there's an aluminum factory over the place. On the side there's like living quarters, and then there's also this giant shop. It looks like a store. But from your location now at the train station, that's the only kind of things that you can notice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm inclined to follow your instincts, Miho.
I won't
Source.
drag us where we don't want to go, though. Florence, Theo.
Source.
To the source.
Mm.
Well, then,
Carousel it is. Come down.
I think we've a carousel waiting for us.
We have Candela here because no one else wants to be here.
I do.
So you are getting on the cable carts, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Cable carts going up to the factory. Okay, cool. So you get the cable carts, you start to go up. The cable carts leave you outside the factory. Michael, you are the first one to spot the car outside parked up. As you empty though, it's empty.
Okay.
And there is like there's a bloke just standing at the door.
At the door of the car?
No, of the factory.
Of the factory itself.
Oh, the factory. So can he see us, or like we pretty clearly inside on the cart?
You are in the cart now, but if you started walking more towards him, like Jim, you will be spotted.
So we have time to kind of slink off. Want?
Yeah. So Michal will kind of say, "Oh, heads down." He kind of, if we can hunker down in the thing or something like that,
of course,
hunker down.
Mhm.
There's someone there. I don't know. How do we want to play this?
Do we want to go inside the factory or straight into the mountain?
Should we just go for the mines?
Source. It's more
Yeah,
important.
I think we go for source, right? He's not by the source, right? You're saying by
He's
the
at the factory.
factory,
So factory, and behind the factory, a bit further down,
Yep.
is like a
Oh,
river, and then there's a cable cart in the factory going into the mine.
So we'd have to go through the factory to get in.
Oh, I was thinking it's a thing along the right hand side of the map.
No, it's in the middle there.
That's why I have to go
Right,
to the back.
Oh, I
Build-
see. Fuck.
It's like a
Okay,
cave
so,
built into it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I got you now.
Also,
Sorry,
rather
see
than
that.
not see us, so they would hide all of the suspicious things that we're here to see.
yeah. Does it look like there's any way we can hide once we get up, once the doors open for the cart?
You could hide a little bit, but you will like if you just stand out in the open, you will be spotted. And do not forget, these own these lands,
Mhm.
and this is back in 1902.
Yeah. There ain't no laws here, boy.
And just like you now, don't go up thinking that you have authority in someone
No.
else's land.
But also, there's no
Okay.
cameras, right? Wouldn't be cameras
No,
on.
no. You're a big grant. Once you know.
So, I want. Shit, I don't know how if I can make this work. Okay, let me think for a second.
You keep thinking that. Do these people have uniforms up?
The fellow at the door doesn't.
No.
I think that's the only one you can spot at the
It's the only
moment.
one we've seen. Yeah.
So I am going. What I'm going to try and do. I don't know how I'm going to sway this exactly though. So as part of my equipment, I've taken forged paperwork. So I'm just trying to think of the angle where I could forward it. So I was thinking of maybe trying to. Then again, it doesn't look like there's any fucking people working because I was going to be like of a, for new recruits of letter recommendation for yada yada yada.
It's up to yourself what you want to do it.
Some sort of search warrant. But once again,
Would they let us do that?
outside the city, you'd have to be.
Yeah,
like,
we're
you have
on
to be
their
from the
land.
business. I think.
Yeah.
Don't forget,
Just
all the workers who work here are owned, basically.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it would have to be a business from the Radiance Corporate themselves giving us authority. There's no other authority that would work here.
Yeah, because don't forget in the description that everyone who lives here is a part of the company. Like,
Yeah.
But perhaps as
Yeah, but if I can, sorry, one.
as a professor, I could convince them that I am part of the Briarwood College in which the thing went awry in, and just be here to ask questions about that. As a representative of the college, we would not want things like that happening in the college grounds ever again. But based on the music that's playing at the minute, that might be quite
Terrible idea.
That might be a bad idea. I feel like there will be consequences. But I feel that would be a last ditch if we get caught.
Okay. So then, do we want to try and just sneak first, and if we get caught, then it comes across as strange that we were sneaking around.
Representatives of the college.
the cable card now is starting to turn.
Fuck.
You have to jump off.
Making its way back down.
Making its way.
Okay, so we have to get off.
Do it yourself. What you want to?
It's only one man.
I didn't think I'd. I'm surprised I wasn't the first to recommend.
Look at them over my glasses.
I take out my good bait and stick.
Bait.
Perhaps if this poor man is to be leathered by two of you, I could distract him with this and try and lead him away first. This would explode and give a loud noise on impact. If I throw it down the hill there, he might go investigate.
All you hear is a big explosion.
Yeah, there's constant explosions going off in this place.
What? An explosion in the town and not in the mines would definitely garner interest.
Well, the town is far over to the side.
Yeah, it's well off.
We took this cable cars.
Yeah, straight up.
You're in the middle.
Cliff.
Unless you're Tom Brady, you ain't making that shot.
All right, I'm not Tom Brady. Let's leather this son of a bitch.
Unless you use it to make it sound like perhaps the cable car has come off the cable.
I was thinking that as well.
But we can't stop the cable car, can we?
And the cable car is descending right about.
Open the door and jump out.
Yeah, we jumped off.
Get off.
Oh yeah, I thought we jumped out for
No,
Oh yeah,
no. He's off the cable car.
Yeah. And the car's off to one side, right?
Which one?
The parked car, was that down the bottom or was it up here?
No, it's up at the factory.
Yeah. And is that off to a side?
It's in the front, like parked right in front of.
Oh, so if I use the car to make a distraction, it wouldn't help us get in.
You will get spot instantly by your man.
Yeah.
Just like, there's the car.
Sorry, they pulled up right to the door. Gotcha. Yeah.
Seems like there was someone in a rush.
Is there a path to the factory that's in the shadows, or is there no real way to get up here without getting spotted?
Well, it depends. But there is like, there is like, he's standing in front. He's not in complete darkness. Like the light is coming from the factory itself.
Yeah,
it's illuminated wax.
Okay, so what if I'll use another point and use my scout ability again? And one of the questions is, what path should we follow? So, is there anything I can spot as like a sneaky path that we can take to avoid detection?
I won't even let you use it, and I will let you know there is no sneaky way into that front.
All right, Prof, get that thing at the ready.
Yes, there's no way that like
Yeah, okay.
They're magically like, you know, what I mean, your man is just standing in the front of the door. Like, you know, what I mean, it's a wide ass fucking factory. Lights are there's lights on in the factory. Like, there's
Yes,
no
the more-
way you can unless you fucking sneak in a window or something.
Yeah.
The more I
Okay.
think of it, I would have to explain to this chap that we are here from the college and wish to investigate. But that would only lead to him telling his superiors that someone is here to inspect, which is not what we want.
So
Right, Maggie.
Mihal-
I distract. I
Mihal
distract.
is going to.
I distract. You go right. And that's
Okay,
that's
can we go
I'll wait
right?
for you.
Can you distract?
I'll wait for you to like. I want you to kind of flank him.
Okay.
I can pull him away from the door.
Yeah.
Flank him. Maybe I'm getting this mixed up, lads.
I'm happy. I feel like we don't have a. Yeah.
Use okay. And let me just go to roll 20.
Flank this bitch.
So are we just pretty much in the open once you get out of this cart and he's
Once
like,
you come
dead
out
ahead
of
us?
you're in a little tiny hole. The minute you come out of this hole,
Yeah.
you're basically out in the open.
Yeah.
Okay.
He just has to go.
Okay.
Okay.
From the hut. Okay.
From the
Gotcha.
hut.
He's
Okay,
gonna
so-
see us
I thought
immediately.
it was a further
There-
distance.
Yeah,
there's
yeah, sorry, I
but
was getting
he
a
is
bit
he is a bit far away.
Well, I
But,
didn't
like,
realize it was a hut.
This he just like you're just getting off out in a little hut and then coming out into the complete open. Like,
Okay.
So Mihal is gonna like actually instantly just wave over to him like, and start walking towards him. He's gonna whisper to everyone behind him,
Just looks at you weirdly.
and he's like, "Anybody?" He whispers like, "Anybody have a
You
map
see
of the
that
place?"
you look if you when you kind of come out and actually see him, you see that he has a board and he has like a little voice in his hand.
A device,
Okay.
Yeah, you don't know what he has. You can't see.
like a clipboard.
He's
Clipboard
a,
and a
he's
device.
a board and he has something device in his hand.
Well, I guess I have to keep going. Does anyone have a map now?
I cannot draw that quickly.
Okay. So I shit.
Yeah, let's just talk.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go up
Harmless.
to him and I'm going to. So, how are you? Sorry to be bothering you. We were supposed to be getting off at the Donahue station, but I think we got a little bit turned around. Do you know which way we're supposed to be? Like, which station have we gotten off at?
Roll me.
Wait,
Oh yeah.
Roll me.
Confusion.
Is there not a fucking?
Should be yeah.
Sway has convince in it.
Sway, convince, command, consort.
Yeah, go on, give me a sway. Sway with me.
On the read is then his spotlight.
Yeah, give me a sway.
I'm gonna use 1 or 2 points. I'll use 2. Please. Please.
Oh.
I shall use resistance.
Okay, you can't re-roll the.
No, it's all I only get to reroll 1 die now.
Okay.
Oh my god.
God. Please, for the love of God. I can't see it.
6.
Actually succeeded.
Jesus.
And he's just like, oh God, Jesus, you must be cold. Come here, come over to us, please.
Oh, jeez, thank you. Yeah. Come on, guys, come on. And he gestures to the rest of them.
And he goes
It is
in,
quite chilly.
and he knocks on the door. You see the door open, and you see another bloke go, "You count the walkers, will you?" And he hands over a clicker and a pad.
Oh, jeez.
And he goes, you kind of walk in, and he goes, I don't think there's gonna be another train until the morning.
Stop, are you joking?
Bollocks.
Won't do. I had papers to read.
Ah,
In the other station we were going to.
The man has papers to read.
I'm gonna have to talk to the foreman and ask him what's the story. It was gonna go, which is, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Jesus, fucking Wallace is up as well, and you, Jesus fucking Christ, and he walks off.
Okay.
And the other fella comes out and he's just like holding it, and he's just like, you see that he's just like, just like a little airhead. He's just like a joke. You see that the gentleman goes over and talks to someone, and then he goes over to a group of people who are discussing something over a table.
Yeah.
And you're going, and Horace, you immediately recognise it's your man who was on the stage. He's talking to the foreman and just like some managers, and he's just like he kind of sits up straight and he turns to them and they're like, And he looks over at you, and then he starts to walk over.
Uh-oh.
And he slowly starts to walk over, and he walks over with the 3 other guys, the two foremen and your man at the door. And he walks over. You missed the train.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, we were due to go and to a conference with the professor here.
Conference? What conference was it?
One of the global ecological studies professor here was supposed to.
So maybe he'd know. Where was that ecological study professor?
Yes, I just know what he's talking about, of course. We're coming straight from the college from the expo.
You see his face completely dropped when you mentioned the expo. And why would you be up here?
I'm actually going back to where we live, where we were visiting the expo, but by the time we got there, it seemed they were pushing everyone out, so we didn't actually get to go in and see anything. Very disappointing day all in all, but... And the disappointment continues. We have missed our stop.
Sorry, where's our manners? I haven't even introduced myself to you. Sorry. Jonathan Groves. He reaches out a hand.
Puts his hands out, and he goes, Cecil Wallace.
Cecil.
Pleasure to meet you, Cecil. I'm afraid we found ourselves in a bit of a unfortunate situation.
Seems like you have. There's no training till the morning. You can kind of see that he's entertaining you.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like he's it's good very well.
I'm gonna have a wandering eye. Now we've approached him, kind of inspecting and seeing where the access to the mine entrance cable is. If it's like on the same floor.
So you come in. There's a room, and then he kind of went into a back room.
Gotcha.
And you haven't seen anything.
Yeah, it's closed off. Yeah.
Yeah, it hasn't opened up to anything. He seems like he went into a managerial office, and you saw him going in, and then he left, and then he's days that are coming now.
Gotcha.
1 second here.
Is there any chance you've a spare lodging in the town over?
Well, as managing director, of course, yes, we'll set you up.
Ah, brilliant! You are a gent and a star.
But I will say to you, apologize. There is a curfew we have.
Of course.
At 10 o'clock. You need to be staying.
Can I look at my timepiece?
I was going to say, I reach for someone's timepiece to see what's going on.
No, it's 9 now, so give an hour. Because we wouldn't want the dogs to get you that night, would we now? They patrol.
Oh, no, Jesus, that'd be...
So just make sure you stay in the town, and you will be perfectly safe and sound. We wouldn't want anything to happen to you, Professor.
Yes, my bones are quite cold as it is. I can't imagine any dogs chasing me. Oh, no, indeed. Is there any tea here? Is there any kettles here? Are they drinking tea or coffee or something?
What do I mean? You at the door.
Oh, okay.
Can't see anything. No.
Yeah.
Can I, if I peer over his shoulder,
So you do,
perhaps a chance of tea to warm my bones?
A room, yeah. I think a lodging should warm your bones enough. I think we're being more than
in the city.
Hospital. No, we're letting you stay down there with the workers. The rest of them.
The local town. Yeah.
Like Copy's talking about the town down with the carts.
Yes, Brian will bring you down, won't you, Brian? Yeah, it looks like I'm gonna have to.
Brian.
Curfew.
Very well then.
Why is there a curfew?
Oh, Discord.
Why is there a curfew, madam? To keep people in line.
I see.
Good rest, good workers.
Very smart.
Yes. Interesting one you are. Anyway, sorry, we have important business to discuss between us. Brian, make sure that they stay in the town and don't leave until the morning, when they can get the train back to wherever they're going. Toodles now. And Brian starts, come on, you might as well start going.
Sorry,
Lead the way, Brian.
Discord is anyone else Discord fucking up now?
No.
No.
I might have to leave for a second and jump back.
You can come back in.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
Fuck it. It was a hard call I shouldn't have mentioned the college, but still. Should have made a fucking... I was going to go in I wanted to see if they were making tea in there because I could have made a sleep-inducing stuff in their pots of tea.
Oh yeah.
You all good, horse?
Uh,
How does that sound, bye?
How
someone
are
talk
you
to me
doing?
for a bit.
Hello.
We
Huh?
are all-
Oh, talking.
Yeah.
Can you hear?
Okay, I think we're good. Sorry about that. Right. So Brian is leading us, is it?
Brian gets in the car and tells she's all to get in the car.
In the same
Oh, it's
car.
gonna-
Car.
Yeah.
He's gonna drive us down. Sweet.
We're driving now.
Well, shotgun.
He gets in and he starts to drive. He goes. It takes him about 5 to 10 minutes, and he just goes quick chat. And he goes, "Oh, hey, you're from where you from anyway?" He's trying to make small chit chat.
The city,
Oh, jeez.
which is called Fair. New Fair.
New Fair. Oh, jeez. I haven't been down there in a long time.
Well, you should come down sometime, Brian. See one of my shows.
Shows?
Right.
What do you mean shows? You singing?
Flap out like a little thing of flowers. Ooh, don't get too. Keep eyes on the road.
Oh, do you read someone over?
I'm another person.
He's go-
Magic shows, Brian.
Yeah.
It's all the right.
I don't really like coming down to this town anyway.
Do you ever leave?
Oh, I like up the factory's all right. Down here is a bit of a mess. He actually keeps around.
Must be quite
How is it
strange.
a mess if there's so many strict rules.
It's just ever since the sickness happened, you know yourself.
Sickness?
Oh, there's people saying that they have fevers or something. I don't really know. Anyway, out you get.
Is it? Should we be worried? Should we not be touching other people?
In general, I wouldn't be touching people.
Well, depends on the person, Brian.
I think he means more is this, like, should we be worried about catching it off anybody? You know, like.
Well, yeah. Well, you never know. You haven't caught anything, but then again, I haven't been touching them.
Have you been in the mines?
Oh, Jay, I'm not allowed in that.
Oh, you're not allowed.
Only a few
Just
of the
too
workers.
dangerous?
Only the few of the
Really?
workers.
They must be really highly valued workers. Would you be working towards that yourself?
Oh no, Jesus! I don't want to go in the mines. Fuck's sake!
Ah, okay.
I feel like
He's only-
I feel like the workers come and go. Do you know what I mean?
The pay must be
Oh.
good.
Yeah, well, not really. Like, sure, they fucking. It's like they change them every bleeding week or something. It's crazy.
What is the product from this factory, Brian? What exactly do they make? I've never heard of this Radiant Squad really before.
Between you and me, I haven't got a fucking clue. I just clicky click, and then we get paid. That's it.
Fair enough.
Sounds like an honest man's work.
Good,
Oh,
honest
Jesus,
work.
yeah. I just get paid to stand around. Who gives a bollocks what's going on? Right.
Go on.
Um,
Mind yourself, right? And he slaps the bonnet of the car. And what?
just let you know, Cecil wasn't. He was being serious. I won't walk around here after the curfew. And he starts to drive off.
Any house in particular that we are to make our bed for the night?
Oh, Jesus, yeah, the gaff just here. The house. Oh, Jesus, I didn't even give you the key. Jesus. Here you go, miss. Sorry about that. Jesus, no, we're coming over me.
Take the key. Thank you, Brian.
No problem at all. There's see that big house down there. If you want milk or anything like that, it's usual general store. You know, you are lucky now, aren't you? That I drove you down here. He's an extra few minutes now in the shop if you want. But I'm gonna skedaddle.
Thank you, Brian.
Safe home, Brian.
Brian, any loose change? You use a different currency here, no?
Jeez, do I have fucking?
Oh, fuck yeah.
change? Do I have? Oh no, the general. No, she's grand. That's not the company store. That's the general. No, you'd be grand. You'd be grand there.
Very good. Thank you, Brian.
No, brother. No bother at all. Anyway.
Good day.
And he goes back up to the hill.
So I guess we'll go into the house anyway. Well, sorry, I'll go head towards the house anyway.
Yeah, the house is, he's literally just on the doorstep of the house.
Yeah.
As soon as you shut the door, Mihal's going to be like, "Oh, Jesus Christ!
Oh,
How did we get away with that?"
This is what we do, Mihal.
I thought we were going to put it.
The first thing that hits you as you go into this house is just this weird smell of like decay and like just like it feels like you're in a swamp. That musky kind of smell.
Oh, Florence, any of that incense?
Mhm.
You don't mind?
I'll light one up. I'll light one up for the reason of trying to get rid of the smell, but also because something's not right. Like he's saying there's lots of people coming and going, there's fever and all that kind of stuff. So she's gonna want to try and use it to get a sense of maybe what the hell's happening around here as well. See if there's anything that could point her in the direction to explain a little bit more about why there are people coming or going, or why there's maybe a fever or sickness.
Your incense won't be able to tell you something like that.
It wouldn't point me in a direction, no, to go and look this way.
When you go, like, you try to look for the source of the blade, of the magic or anything like that, it kind of just emanates from everywhere.
Okay.
That's not good, my brother.
Maybe I'll hang outside, talk to the locals, get some
Yes,
information.
Let's go speak to people. Let's perhaps go to this general store.
I better go quick. We only have 25 minutes.
Yes. I would like to go to the store as well.
Very good.
Cool. So you make your way to the general store, and outside it just there's kind of like the letters are kind of hanging off and stuff like that. It doesn't look like there's much going on. It looks like that someone lives on the top of it, and then there's a store underneath. So there's a light on upstairs and stuff like that, and it looks like there's someone, whoever owns this shop, lives upstairs as well. Who walks in first?
I'm going to trade behind if let the other three go ahead. I'm going to try and catch someone's attention on the way up, and I'll just be casually, just walk along. Just
very like a ghost town, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Unless you're going into someone's house.
Yeah.
It's the only time
But,
you don't get catch someone's attention.
On the way up, I'm just going to be juggling. Going to take out some big balls, start juggling scuffle balls, try and see if anybody's like catching eyes, any street urchins hanging around.
Let me see. You roll me.
And let's stay outside the shop, so I won't go in with them if they want to go in.
Cool. Just roll. Trying to see if there's like a performance check, but I can't see.
Sway, I guess.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go sway. It's the only thing I can see.
It's the only one that makes sense.
Right, distract you.
Finesse,
That's really
control, if you're juggling.
Mm,
Control.
No, because it's not the intent.
it's a
Control's
performance.
like shooting someone and stuff like that. He's trying to more distract people and get them.
Sway then.
Good guess.
I'll throw a drive on this.
Hide has distract in it.
6 success.
Cool. Okay, cool. I'll get you to that as you are juggling outside the shop. Who walks into the shop first?
One of you want?
I'll
One,
do
two.
it. I'll go in first.
Can you roll me a sense check when you walk in?
Sense. 5.
5.
Nice.
When you walk in, you look at the clerk of the shop, and on her face is like complete sadness. You can just see that she's like super upset. And then the minute you come in, you hear ding ding ding, like that sadness just instantly turns away to a smile, and she turns over and she goes, "Oh, welcome in. There's 3 of you. Come in."
I'll walk in and I'll kind of walk over to her and say, "Good evening. Is everything all right?"
Yes, everything is fine.
Was that her coughing or are you coughing,
I was
Happy?
coughing.
Her coughing. Are you feeling well?
Yes.
My dear, you look
This-
like
this-
something's
the-
on your
this-
mind. You look like perhaps you're not quite feeling yourself. Is that...
No, I'm just the best I've ever felt.
Look at her over my glasses.
Mihal will pull up a little scarf he has around his neck just to kind of like a mask on.
Can I ask you who you are?
Can I do a recheck? Like, just because she's saying that she's the best she's ever felt, she's trying to hide. Is she she's trying to hide this?
Read this bitch.
I'm trying to get a sense of Happy. Is she afraid?
Yeah, you're just trying to read her body language.
6.
I can't.
6.
Oh, nice.
6. Also, don't forget, people can help her as well.
I was going to say, but I can't use. I presume I can't use one of my abilities to help her.
No, you can just use one of your.
Unless it specifies, like I have one that specifies, I can do an ally as well. So
Oh, okay.
She's terrified
Of us?
of yous.
I take off my paddy cap. There's nothing to fear.
You don't know this information. Only Lad does.
Okay, damn it.
Just say my apologies. I have not introduced myself. My name is Florence, and we seem to have gotten ourselves a little bit lost. And I'll kind of turn around and look to the guys when I say lost. And these are my companions, and I'll just put out my hand for them to introduce themselves.
Mihal. Jonathan. Johnny.
Mihal Johnny. Nice to meet you.
That's it.
Idril Vanathor. Nice to meet you, lady.
I'm so sorry. Could you repeat it again?
Idril Vanathor.
You would swell. Valentine.
I would.
My name is Kiko Nakamura.
It's lovely to meet you, Kiko. Is this your store?
Yes, this is mine and my wife's store. She's a woman. So she's not.
Lovely. How long have you run this store?
I've recently had to take over from my wife. It's been a good few years. 5 since Radiance came.
5 years.
5 to 10.
And you mentioned your partner, your wife. Does she work here also?
She kind of, her eyes just dropped to the ground, like, for a second. And she's not well at the moment.
Much like with yourself?
No, I'm perfectly fine.
That cough. Just a cough.
You're not with Radiance, are you?
No. We have gotten lost.
Not the place to get lost.
Yes, we were advised when we were up at the factory that we are
You
allowed
hear
to stay here.
bang! There's a giant bang. As it hits the ground, like as the floorboards. She looks up. Oh dear. Could you give me 2 seconds, please? And she kind of walks off, runs in the back, and closes the door behind her.
I am going to turn around like my heart on my chest and just look round to the professor and to to Mihail and just be like,
Look like I got the fright of my life as well. Just like, what the devil?
And you kind of hear a commotion kind of happening upstairs. Kind of words being passed forward, and then she comes back down.
Happy, was that an inhumanly loud bang?
It would sound like if I had the big bag and I just fucked onto the ground.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's not bad.
is everything all right?
Oh, she knocked over a lamp. Complete lie, by the way. You can read that straight away. It's complete lie. There's no way a lamp would make that noise.
That must have been quite a large lamp.
Yes. Anyway, is there anything I could help you with today?
Yes, I will take a look around the store if you don't mind, and I will just kind of like do it. But as I do it, I'll turn around and I'll kind of make like a look gesture to them to be like, use prober more.
Probably.
What's in this? Is this like a convenience little
store,
corner
yeah,
shop?
yeah.
Yeah, with the eggs and milk
Canned?
and whatever.
No. Canned milk. Fucking
Canned milk.
It's like a mining town, so it's all, yeah.
Spam and shit. Maybe some shizzles.
Yeah,
It's a
I'll just
general
go along
convenience
and
store.
I'll just kind of like look at stuff, and every so often I'll pick something up as if like, oh yes, pick it up and take it.
She looks at the rest of these and he goes, "Can I help you, gentlemen?
Anything that's not in a can, dear. I need to warm my bones with something.
I can make you a cup of tea. Always
could
warms
make
me
me-
up." Oh, and she kind of
That would be.
She kind of go over her shoulder.
Ooh, what was that little gestures after setting off an old injury is to do? I can tell.
No, I
My
just-
old bones happens to me a lot as well.
It's just my bones. I feel very.
Perhaps you could join me for some tea then. Bit of chamomile if you have it. Relax ourselves.
This woman is 26, by the way.
Okay.
Oh yes, okay. And she's like pours out drinks. I'm just gonna stop that scene for a second and go out to you see this little kid beeline straight for you. You see, kind of look over and you kind of see that there's a window been left open or someone has opened this window, and he's just like, and he sees you, and he just stops in front of you, and he just goes, "Wow."
So I'm juggling one of the balls, like I can like fling it towards him, but it's on like a nearly invisible string, and it gets really close to his face, and I pull it back and just keep juggling with it.
Again.
Two of them.
Wow. That's so cool.
While I'm juggling, I'll flick my top hat and like lands on the kid, all sideways on him.
I got a cool hat. And then he starts to run. That's mine.
And once again, it's on the string as well. Pull it back,
Aww.
and I'll finish. Let's see if he waits. See, he turn around. Does he?
He turns around and goes, I was joking.
Come here, child. I'll get down. I'm hunches. What's your name?
My name is Roy.
Roy. Theo. Pleasure to meet you.
You can call me Or.
Or.
All the cool kids call me Or.
I feel like you're one of the coolest, though. Or.
Well, there's only like 3 of us.
Your parents around. You shouldn't be out here by yourself.
Not allowed out.
Are your parents home?
I saw you from the window and I ran over.
Are they inside?
Yeah. Mama,
Okay.
Daddy's not well.
Not well. Does he work here?
Yeah, he works up there.
Hmm.
He points up to the factory.
What does he do? Do you know? Just works in the factory.
He coughs a lot.
Hmm. How long has he been like this?
Like
Has he been...
a week.
But you've lived here a lot longer than that, yes?
Yeah.
Good.
He broke his arm.
Broke it.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Is he getting better?
He just fell. Who falls and breaks their arm?
You'll understand when you're older, or...
Yeah.
Well...
Well, I better go back before they get me.
Who's they? Some friends of yours?
No, my mom.
Your mum.
Yeah, she's scary sometimes.
Hmm.
She keeps saying it's for my own good.
We've been told the same thing, so... Maybe best stay inside, or...
Yeah, I don't want the dogs to get me.
I've heard mention of these dogs. Are there some wild dogs running around the town? Have you seen them? Are they big?
Mommy doesn't believe me.
No. Are they big? How big?
Bigger than me.
Bigger than you? Very big, so...
Well, I could take one, but I don't because Mommy says no.
You should maybe be careful, or... Dogs can be scary.
Yeah, especially with the green eyes.
Green eyes, I know. They only come out at night, yes?
Yes.
So you should be staying inside during the night, yes?
Yes.
Good. Well, I'll be here tomorrow, maybe during the day.
Yes,
You see some more tricks?
More tricks, please.
Yeah. I'll produce a coin.
Can I
Flick
take
it over to him. Of course you can, or...
He tries to hold it in place so it doesn't go back.
It's a magic coin.
You're not going to take it back now, are you?
No, not this one. But it is a magic coin, or... You can do great things with it. But you must learn.
Like what?
Find it out yourself. Hold on to it. Get to know it.
He throws
It'll
it up.
show you.
He drops it on the ground. He picks it up. He just flicks it. He tries to catch it. And then I'll back up. And he starts to run back to his house.
Very good. I'll let him go.
He's like, ah! And runs back to the house. You can enter the shop if you'd like.
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah, sure.
So when you enter the house, enter the yoke, you have... you see that she's in the conversation with the professor. She's pouring out a cup of tea. She pours out 3. Sees you come in, gets another cup, pours out another cup, puts them down. You're actually in her back room now. We're sitting down at the chairs, and she's pouring tea. And then she kind of looks up and she goes, "Oh, we still have time for a cup." And she has a sup of tea around just.
This curfew seems quite strict. What was your name again?
Oh, Kiko.
Theo.
Theo, lovely to meet you.
We've heard tell of it, but...
Yes, they say it's to keep us safe. A lot of people
Safe.
think it's poppycock.
They mentioned dogs. There's
Yes.
some wild animals around here.
I've never really seen them. I've only heard them blasting things. They howl
So-
all the time.
Are they a recent thing?
Well, since the Radiants, yeah, but the Radiants say they are here to keep us in check, so I don't really want to go toe to toe with it.
It's quite odd. They're a new company, yes. They've been here not too long. Seems like we've never heard of them.
Yes, yeah, no, yes, about 5 to 10. Time is very strange. Yeah.
Mountainside can be odd living.
It's routine. It's the same thing ever. You kind of days become weeks, weeks become months.
Hmm.
It kind of gels as one if you're doing the same thing over again.
Yes,
She's
we
the
will-
only one kind of keep me sane, but I don't think she has much left.
Speaking of which, dear, and I'll put my lab equipment on my lap. I am versed in medicine, and I've seen something. I mean, we're fooling no one with the lamp, dear. That sounded like some kind of mental illness with your sister. Usually they knock things
Wife,
over. Or...
wife,
Wife.
or wife.
Wife. Usually they knock things over or collapse out of the beds. I've seen it before, and I have something that might help her.
Don't know. I don't think you. Can
And I
stop
just
them.
I start taking out some of the lab equipment, and I
Mhm.
plan on making a sleep-inducing potion with it. This medicine has worked quite well on relatives of mine in the past with dementia. Kept them right in bed and kept them sleeping soundly throughout the night.
Well, maybe, and she kind of just like this over, and she goes, maybe. I wouldn't have the money to pay you though.
Poppycock, you've treated me to tea when my bones were cold and my friends were lost. Consider this on me.
And she kind of like grabs your hand and like kind of squeezes it like at the tight and goes,
You look like you need a good night's rest yourself.
no, I'm okay. She kind of like grabs your hand, and you kind of just reactionally just grab her hand back, and as you do, her fingers crack and smash, as the bones in her hand just completely smash, and she starts to scream as you just gently grabbed her hand back in result.
Pull my hand back.
And she just goes, no, I'm so sorry. And she kind of walks out of the room. So she kind of gets a bandage and kind of wraps it around. And she goes, I feel that was my fault. I didn't think it. And she kind of feels the rest of her arm.
No. I don't know my own strength. Okay. Good gracious, that was felt like your bones were breaking.
I think yeah, and she kind of lifts her hand up, and like one finger's over here, the other one's over here. Her whole hand has been completely shattered, but you just gripping it.
Damn.
Is this a similar ailment to your wife's?
She's worse.
Worse than this?
They say she has something called. We are calling it around the town green fever.
Green fever, likely this illness that we have so vaguely referred to as before, seems to be quite serious.
And she kind of like, and then she just grabs like this little capsule and like throws loads of tablets down her throat. She's taking like extreme painkillers.
Okay.
You can kind of say because she's at the fucking shattering her hand.
Have you
I'm not gonna
broken
try and
bones
fix her hand.
before?
Green fever.
I have, but it seems that they're getting more brittle by the moment. Maybe, Professor, you would like to come up and check on her?
Please, yes, please.
But don't be afraid.
A couple of my
She's not.
cohorts.
She's not as. She's still as beautiful the day I met her, but she's not the same.
If you need assistance, Prof, I don't mind trying to
Yes,
act as a nurse.
And she kind of
No
brings you up while trying to touch you, and opens the door, goes up, and you go into the room, and you kind of like outside the room, you kind of see like this bucket, like a container, just filled with kind of like translucent green liquid. That's just outside the door. She opens the door and slides it in, and there's like splatter of green nearly everywhere on the floors and stuff. As you can see, like dangling out of the bed is just a leg just flopping, like holding on by just the tendons.
Ah,
It's just like kind of hanging.
I'm wanting to
Now-
avoid this green liquid, by the way.
Yeah. Uh, you go into the room and you see who goes into the room.
I
I'll
would
stay
go
down.
up.
I'll stay down.
I would go up as well.
Yeah, cool. You go in and the loud thumping sound was this person falling out of the bed. The only way you know this is because of the blood all on the ground as bone and stuff. As she fell and the rib cage came through the skin a little bit. As she's slowly getting put back together on the bed. It's like this
Back together.
body. It's like this. Her body is so brittle that it's protruding through her skin,
Yeah.
and she's just lying in bed. I would like all three of you to take a brain mark from this disgusting scene.
For sure.
As the horrors of it, you do see some like there's like in her wrist there's some protruding bones, and from the knee joint where the cartilage is just literally holding onto the leg, the bone itself is glowing green.
Like fucking
Like-
Vita.
Like the
What
green.
a
The dress.
gods.
I'm going to.
And all you see is she is just breathing, but there's like you know when you have like a phlegmy chest, just that
Rattling
noise.
like.
But you can kind of see like when she breathes up, there's sometimes like a crackling as her lungs are pressed against the bones, but the bones are broken. So this is like this cracking noise every time she breathes in and out, just lying on the bed.
Fucking hell.
Wild.
Is there like a desk or something nearby that isn't covered in fucking green liquid that I can prepare this
There will
concoction?
be like a little dressing, like like a mirror and there's like a little dressing table.
Yeah. It says I can spend a few minutes concocting a mixture. I'm going to make a sleep-inducing one.
And she just goes. You kind of see the Kiki then starts to kind of the tears slowly come like rapidly down her face. And she goes, I just don't think she has that much time left.
Time left. There's nothing left of her.
Because she turns around and she gives you a slap. But as she slaps you, her hand breaks and kind of like rips a bit, and the skin just tears her. As she comes around and slaps you, her whole hand just breaks and like kind of descends as she just falls to the ground in agony and pain.
Jesus.
Screaming now. And as you see the screaming, you see the person in bed kind of look off, the eyes kind of dart over as they're trying to get out of the bed. You hear the bones crackle, and as she's like kind of like a slug move over to protect her wife.
No, I'm
No,
gonna try
don't
and
move. Yeah,
I'm
sorry,
gonna
yeah.
I'm gonna try and like I don't want to strain her as in like I don't want to touch her, but I'm gonna try and be like no please do not move.
That's all you kind of hear from the body on the bed.
I'm going to take out a little
As it
napkin
kinda
and
stops.
wipe whatever's on my face off if I can.
Yeah, there's just like there's blood, mostly blood, and then you kind of see where her broken wrist is. That there's like a little bit of the bone is like glowing green. It's not fully, but it's glowing green where it's snapped.
Yeah.
Go on.
She is screaming like on the ground, like
While she's screaming in your one is like that, I'm just going to look at Mihal and be like, I don't think it's even worth saving these. At least we've seen that from the glowing green bone, it is identical to what happened to the woman on the stage. But I believe we are done here, and I'm just going to be looking around at the rest of them.
I agree.
Nothing we can do.
And he's going to look down at the one who's screaming on the floor and say, if you really loved this woman, would you let her suffer in this pain? Because you can't let go of her. You did it for you, not for her. And he's going to walk over and he's going to look at Prof and D.
she's just screaming in pain.
He's going to look
You can
towards the
kinda-
one in the bed.
You go over to the bed,
Yeah.
and
over
you
to the
see on the side of the bed there's there's like these tubes into her.
bed.
And like there's like rakes of like capsules of painkillers that she's just been feeding to keep the person alive in bed.
Jesus.
She's a husk.
And
Prof,
you
I
see-
can't leave them like this.
You kind of see
Oh,
her
shit.
looking up, and it's weird because most of the bones in her face have deteriorated. So
Yeah.
as she lifts up, it's like a sack of meat is just pulling against her
Ah.
face, and she
Are
looks
you-
up at you.
I'm gonna give Mihal a soft nod.
I'm gonna look to Florence as well. I can't leave him like this.
I'm gonna get up and walk. Stand up and walk downstairs.
He's gonna look to he's gonna kind of reach down out of his kind of waistband, or he has his baton. He's gonna take it out and he's gonna give another final look to Prof.
Yeah. Just
And
before
give
you
it-
do it, I'll kneel down to your one.
Who's screaming in pain? She's like,
yeah.
fucking, her hands is ripped off her fucking body.
I'll put my hand on her face, even though I know it's probably gonna, just to keep the fucking skin on her face while I tell her. I'm sorry, my dear, but this is the end. Both for you and your beloved. There is nothing more that can be done. I hope you find peace in the afterlife. Apologies.
As Mihal raises the baton over the one on the bed, I pray to whatever gods watch over us, that they allow you to meet again in the afterlife. And he's not even going to put much force behind it, because at this point, I think he knows he doesn't even need it.
I'm gonna crack her neck at the same time.
Like poetically, but not on purpose, the crack and the obliteration of your one's face happens simultaneously. They both, and you don't even mean to go that hard, Mikael, but the whole face just nearly explodes from the sheer weakness of the brittleness of the bones keeping this person alive. The only thing you see on the person's face remaining is a smile. The first smile is probably on his face in a long while, as they finally are no longer in any pain. And then while you think this thought, you just hear a drop as the body behind falls to the ground as her neck is easily done. No roll needed. You break her neck. She's instantly dead.
Happy, can I, when I had got downstairs, taken my incense and gone into my trance to speak to my mum and dad, and I would have just looked at them and said, please guide those souls to where they need to go. And that's it. Immediately back out, and I will then leave the store.
So is it obvious that they're painkillers that they're taking?
These are painkillers, yeah. These are
It's
normal,
just painkillers.
mundane painkillers. But they're just trying to fight the pain of it.
I'll go for and put my hand on Mihal's shoulder.
You do look at the container, and you just look at one of them, and it does say supplied by Radiance Corp.
These fucking bastards.
Hopefully.
Bro,
Yeah, go ahead.
do me a favor. If I ever end up anywhere near that sort of state, and he looks you dead in the eyes, you know what to do.
Likewise, Mihal. Likewise, looking around at the mess around me.
Mm.
But hopefully no one else will have to come to this state and do what we had to do here today.
I can only hope. Come on.
Hmm.
Let me
They
better get
for
going.
Up in that factory house, they for sure know what's going on down here.
Oh, they're well aware. And they just want everyone to stay quiet. Mark my words, they won't be quiet for long.
Pull up my glasses, anime style. Where it glosses over my eyes.
Glasses
so you
over, you
can't
can
see
see.
them. Down the stairs.
Ding, ding.
Yeah, I guess we'll make our way down then.
Yeah, he's making way down to Tio and Florence.
Oh, sorry. Can I have a quick look in the room, just for any food or anything? Is it just normal food or normal stuff?
The normal
in the room?
supplies, yeah.
Yeah,
You can.
so
I
it's
will let you know that you can detain that whatever is going on here is it's radiant, and it's affecting
Yeah.
the people walking here.
It's happening just because they're living here. They're near
living
this
here
place.
now.
Yeah.
There's no other foul play. There's something happening in up near the factory that is causing this.
As much as I don't want to see one, I would like to see one of these dogs up close. For if they have this green fever and their bones are not as brittle as humans, there is a lot left unanswered.
Absolutely. We don't know what type of creatures are they out there for us.
The child said they had green eyes. Coincidence, I think not.
Green-eyed dogs.
That only come out at
Oh yeah,
night.
I might have met a game to it there.
I get you.
Okay.
They only come out at night. Whatever that means.
I guess the one good thing, if they've green eyes, at least we should be able to spot them.
Perhaps. Should we go back to the house? Probably shouldn't be here.
Like some fire logs or some kindling or something to light a fire in this damp ass house. That's all I'll bring back, I'd say.
So as you walk back to the house, you hear radio and the song "Pretty Green Eyes." No, you're joking.
It's rave outside.
Never ever be, never ever be. Sorry. No. So you end up. So you're going back to the house.
We'll go back to the house and make sure there's no one like watching us on the way out. Then, because I'm now a little bit sus.
Roll me
Yeah.
a search check.
Say again.
A search check.
Survey.
Well, you're gonna know. I was
Survey.
going to suggest, is there any point in us taking spam to potentially distract the dogs?
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Stand
So
up.
maybe
You say you take.
grab a
some.
few cans or something.
Yeah.
Now, wait, Happy will catch us building this. Are they the fucking lever cans, or do you have to have the can open?
No, it's like a can.
We're good.
Thankful.
Can't open them.
So you walk for a while back, Yoke, and you, Theo, spot someone darting into an alley. Catches you. You turn around, catch someone just darting into an alley. Now you don't know
Adult
if they
size,
were,
child size. Just quick.
No, they were about, I'd say, clock size.
So they are child size.
Child size. I didn't want to say it.
So, but you didn't notice if they were looking at you. You just see someone just darting in that direction into an alleyway. All you saw was the movement of them going. So when you looked over, you didn't see if they were like looking over and then darted. You just saw them going that way. So you don't know if they were just running across or if they were looking and then dart over. You just saw the action of them darting.
Okay. I said to the group, keep walking, and I'll slink myself into the shadows down to the left.
Roll me a high check for us.
Yeah. I won't put anything on this. Fail. Not great.
Cool. So you kind of, you guys can see him slink off to Yoke. He's completely noticeable. Even if when you go back into the house, you just go into the house, you can kind of look at the window and you can spot Theo just walking around. You end up going to that alleyway, and it's empty, completely empty. All you have are two walls, a manhole, and then it's just like the two houses in front of you.
Perfect. Yeah. Just want to make sure there's no one watching. So I assume there's no one watching. So I'll stay in that alley for a sec. Wait for any movement. I'll give it 30 seconds.
Roll me
Then
a
go
sense.
back inside.
Roll me a sense.
Sense. How do I see how much I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Show another intuition on this. Wow, bad rolls. Look at these.
Yeah, what the fuck?
You sense
I'll leave it.
nothing. Yeah, you just have the alleyway.
Yeah, like, I'll give like 30 seconds. I'm convinced there's no one else watching. Maybe someone's just walking around at night. And I'll head back inside. Well, I got nothing.
It's starting to come around now about the 10 to 10. Just wondering what you want to do.
I'll mention my line about the dogs now. I don't want to see these dogs up close, but I'm curious enough to see one now. Based on what we've seen.
As to whether the green fever has affected the dogs, or is it just the humans that it's affecting?
Maybe the dogs are causing it.
Maybe they're being fed something a bit more refined than what the humans have been encountering. This is its true purpose. To enhance, not to decay. But this is the speculation until we see one.
It's all theories.
This is exactly what I've been thinking. I wonder if the fact that some of the foremen and all, which are in proximity to whatever this thing is, yet we don't see them. Well, yet we haven't seen them really impacted by it. But yet that's some of the townsfolk down here. So is it potentially something in the food, or is it something specifically given to them? I don't know.
Yes, Mrs. Nakamura did not look like the mining type.
Definitely not.
I will say, though, this is the Walker's village. So she will be around people who
Put the
were
work.
Would have worked in the mine. True. Yep. Yeah.
just so you don't go off that wavelength.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
because she did say that she's been here for 5 years. At
5
least.
years. True.
Oh yes, I forgot
But
that part.
Brian had said that it seemed like every other week.
They're swapping
there
out,
was
wasn't it?
Proximity to the workers from the mines then is what made her
Yeah.
transformation more gradual.
That's almost like radiation. I'm sorry, that's not me in game. That's
Yeah, and Solar, you also know that, like, even that little boy's dad is sick.
Sick, yeah, there's a lot, yeah.
So, like, there's like they usually like the six will stay here, like, do you know what I
Mm.
mean? So,
Well, whatever investigating we need to do, we better get it done quick.
I'm intrigued as to where they're getting such a high volume of workers. Would it be from? Sorry, what was the big city called?
New Fair.
New Fair.
Yeah.
Are they coming from New Fair? Has no one noticed a large amount of people all of a sudden going away for work and never coming back?
So far, this is a large town. You're in. This is like will be like about, I'd say, 1,000 people or something like that. Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean? But yeah, you're right. This will be a problem. Like, it will be like they're starting to run out of commodity. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This might be a stretch and a half, but I want to use the focus remember part to see if I can remember any names from the clipboard. If I could, caught a look at it to see if there's any New Fair names in it. New Fair second surnames that I would know.
Cool. Right, yeah, right.
Ooh.
Oh.
Critical
Critical.
success, which
let's
means
go.
you get some extra as well. More.
Yeah.
You get more. Critical
Some,
success
some,
is
some.
getting, you get some extra as well that you didn't really. So
Gilded as well. Jesus.
yeah, gilded. You
Yeah.
get
I put
So,
3 folks.
so clipboard, all mundane, snotty people, which are marked as. So you can you remember the sheet. Names weren't important on the sheet, but what was important are the levels. So you see workers from level 1, floor 2, floor 3.
Oh.
Oh
And
Jesus!
seeing that there's different echelons of how. Some reason they're only allowed on certain level of floors, which is very weird. You're only allowed on one floor, another floor, and then it hits you as well. When you went to the main door, it was like modified and like very heavily refined. Like it was trying to keep something in or something out or something getting in. Like it wasn't like these doors are very flimsy, and so like it was kind of like it was trying to protect itself from stuff. Hence the reason why they're forming it there.
The factory house.
Yeah. So it's like attracting the dogs or something.
But you also see the first floor is like you see Cecil Wallace. His name on it is all the important people, and then it starts to go up. It's like the higher it goes up, the closer to the mines.
Yeah.
It's the more people, which is the more like workers.
Expendable ones.
Oh,
yeah.
yes, exactly. That's what I'm trying to get to.
I'll let everyone know that. Just from the glance I got from the sheets, that's what I could.
Quite a glance, Professor. Quite a glance.
Ah, well, the old noodle.
Yeah, you just it's like a
Professor for nothing.
it's like a photograph, like ching, and it's like
Yeah, that's perfect.
I may not be able to work on convincing people or leathering people, but my memory is refined.
you hear a door open from the upstairs,
The upstairs of the house we're in.
the house you're in.
Oh, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Speaking of leathering, go up and see what's up there.
Am I ready?
You hear like as someone slowly starts to walk down the stairs.
Are we in the wrong house?
I lied.
Hide.
Who's up
You're
there?
Oh shit! That's what you hear.
Run upstairs.
Come down. That's
You just see-
right now.
you can see like this like slender kind of guy, suit jacket, pencil in his ear, like these spectacles in his hand. And
So he's on the stairs.
He's on the stairs looking down.
Yeah, so I'll grab him, like pull him down the stairs and at the bottom, up against the wall.
I'm sorry. I won't
Hello,
say
Hello,
anything.
Adam.
My name's
Put it
Theo.
up
What's your
against the
name?
neck.
I'm so sorry, Radiant Scarp. I'll leave. I'm so sorry.
What's your name?
Booker.
I'm Theodore.
Hello,
Pleasure.
Theodore.
What'd you
Name's
say,
Booker
fucker?
Davis.
Pucker.
I'm a journalist from Newfair.
Of course you are. Who sent you?
Trying to get this. Oh no! Yeah, you can have everything. I think you use already in score. Yeah.
I'll lift them further up the wall. Who sent you?
I'm working on the. Okay, I'm working on the cover piece. I was trying to get into the factory.
And then insert name of the newspaper, which I've forgotten. Is there one? There's like one main one, right?
Yeah, I forgot what it's called as well.
I forgot. Is it that one?
Yeah, he is a journalist. He is a journalist.
Okay, yeah, but it is specifically that
Yes,
newspaper. I'll lower him down. I'll let go.
I didn't mean to smash the back window.
We're not with the corp.
I didn't smash the back window.
What have you learned?
Because it was shifty eyes. Wait, you're not with the corporation?
No.
Well, fucking get down. They'll kill
We
us.
guess they know we're guests here for the night.
How are you? Oh, wow, that's actually quite.
I'm
impressive.
such a friendly person, Pucker.
Whoa, that's amazing. Sure.
Tell us everything.
Well, I got the train here last night, and I slept in that bush for a few hours. And then I kind of smashed the window and climbed in here and went upstairs. And then I heard a group of people coming, which must have been you, and I hid. I hid up there for about, I think it was for about 45 minutes, and these came back. And then I was just, well, I thought you left, to be honest. And then I tried to sneak out.
What do you know about the corp?
Yeah, they're dealing, there's something dodgy going on up here.
No
I'll get
shit,
to-
Sherlock.
And I'll get to the end of it. I think it's
Sure you
money
will.
laundering.
I think it's money laundering.
I hope it's money laundering.
So are we to believe that in the train that you got here from last night, you have not yet found a way into the factory?
I found a place to stay.
Yes, very, very good.
Yeah.
I don't think you should be staying here, Pucker.
I need to find out what they're doing.
Have you not talked to anyone?
No, everyone's very skittish. They keep going on about this stupid green fever or something. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
If Theobald is holding him, are you holding him?
No, I would. I like
They're like, oh, he's just sitting there. He's sitting
Does
there.
he have notes?
I'm still like he's up against the wall. I'm still
Yeah,
like
yeah.
blocking him. He's not going anywhere. Like
I want to take like a notepad. I'm going to take his notepad off him while Theobald is talking to him.
Hey, whoa. Yeah,
no.
I don't even look him in the eye. I just take it.
I can just talk to you. Okay, well, that's my life work. Okay.
But the written word is truth, Pucker. Surely you know this.
I get stupid. I mean, imagine breaking this down. Monday Lord, Radiant Scarf, Monday Lord, scumbags. There could be front page lines. New Fair Press. Well, maybe we'll go 50-50 at the story, guys. I take it you're reporters too.
Sure.
Sure.
Sit down across my legs and I'm reading this while he's talking to Theobald.
Yeah, it just goes on about some stupid people talking about green fever. How annoying is that? Trying to look for money laundry. Definitely doing monthly laundry in the factory. Can hear loud machines going off. Must be how they're laundering the money.
Must have a very large money laundering machine.
Yeah.
Hammering away at the laundering.
He's a complete idiot.
Yeah.
Booker,
Yes.
you said that you slept in a bush last night.
Yeah, I got here very early yesterday.
So it wasn't last night that you got here then.
Well, you know, I mean, I was like, yeah.
Was it dark outside, Pucker?
Time.
It was like, I think I got the last train, so I got here about 9ish.
9 p.m. last
Yeah,
night.
And then I fell asleep. Then I woke up in the morning very early.
You weren't
Oh.
bothered by any dogs?
What dogs?
There's some wild dogs running around town.
Oh,
We were told to stay inside. Professor?
Trying to think this, yeah.
this man is a fool.
You know
Life's
what?
work. My
Yeah.
behind.
I'm a fool. At least I found out what the code word was.
Was it money laundering?
Yeah, well, Yes, obviously that's
I'm
what
looking at
the
his notes here, like
obviously,
Code word money laundering.
obviously,
Yeah.
Written on
no,
it.
no, on the notebook it says green fever equals money.
Brilliant.
Obviously, it's money.
Money
And
green.
what is the purpose of this code word? What is it?
What they're doing.
Parker.
I need less vague answers, or you're
Well, I'm trying
becoming
to figure out
increasingly
myself.
useless.
I'm trying to figure out myself.
You said code word.
Yeah, the code
What's
word.
the code for?
I don't know. These peasants and all keep saying green fever, and I know that means cash money.
Fuck's sake. I've like browsed through this notebook now. There's definitely nothing. in here.
Okay, nothing.
I'm throwing it into the fire. Life's
Yeah.
work,
I
tiny.
I should throw it. All you can hear is who can say when to run?
I see him reaching for it.
No, he wouldn't even risk himself. And he's like, oh, god
Damn
damn it.
journalist. Always in the right place, doing the wrong things.
No, I don't know where to meet him. Fuck's sake.
I'm
Me
just
too.
gonna like sit up in the chair and be like, "Have you not realized that you were in terrible danger the entire time that you've been here?"
I know that's because I'm undercover.
I'm basically done with this guy.
But
We're
sorry,
wasting time.
just let you know, Brian's meeting me.
Yeah, we know Brian too. Okay.
Okay.
He gave us
He's
his
going-
house.
He was going to give me a tour.
And why were you sleeping in a bush last night if you know Brian?
Well, because Brian said he's going to give me a tour of the factory. I
When?
gave him a few of. He's going to pick me up in about, and that's where I was going, in about 15 minutes.
Tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Is it obvious that he's lying, or
Why you?
Because I gave him cash money, code word.
Oh,
Okay, can I use something here?
Yeah, here's.
Can I make a read roll on him?
Yeah, 100%.
Alright, so I have an ability I can do if this lands. I don't know if it will, though.
I'll give you a drive.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, motherfucker. I meant to cancel it. Do I roll once or roll twice now? What do you want me to do?
Well, it's up to you. You can re-roll as you want.
I'll roll twice.
Or one.
Okay, we'll take it. So, on a successful read roll, you may ask the GM what your target truly wants. So, I guess from what he's been saying, I've been sitting there listening. So, is he being 100% honest with us that he has this?
Oh, 100%. He's an absolute gobshite.
But he actually has organized this
He's
thing as well.
He thinks it's
How has he
all
done
got to
this?
do. He thinks this is all to do with money, and he's just
Okay.
paying things off. And he has found another person who's completely stupid as well to what's going on, which is Brian. And there's a few absolute dopes who, if you don't stop, will probably end up being dead by the end of the night.
Well, I think geez, I went into Daldu there. Sorry. I think we have our way in.
We would love a tour of the factory too, Bugger. Thank you.
Oh, I don't know. I can't. Well, I can. Okay, let's make a deal. Okay, I'll pay for yous if and only if I get the scoop.
You can have all the scoops you want, Bugger.
Deal. He puts his hand out.
I will.
You-
Actually, sorry, as part of Candela Obscura, is the whole goal that we're supposed to keep what we find anonymous as well?
Kind of.
kind of.
Like,
You're
I want to
you
keep-
can either like it's up to discretion really. You're kind of
Yeah,
finding
like
out what's going
I
on.
wouldn't give a fucking reporter the name of the goddamn group we're looking for. we're working with. You know, I'm just
want to
make
save the world, let the
assumptions.
world know.
Maybe I'll put forward. It's like, well, we'll make a deal with you, but only if, no matter what we find in there, you stick to your money laundering story.
Okay, what else is going to be? Easy deal.
Happy
He
days.
puts his hand out.
I spit in my hand and shake it.
Nice.
Ugh. Okay.
Now,
Okay,
where the
guys.
fuck are we meeting them?
Come with me. Okay. And he's like, he opens the door. And he's like slowly like crawling across the. He's like doing the sneaky.
Is the army crawling?
He's just like that.
I
He gets
want to keep
like-
my fucking I would be listening out for dogs.
He gets to a fence, and then you've seen that the fence has been cut by something, like and he's gonna goes through the fence, and then
Fucking reporters, man.
and then you follow him, and then he gets into the bush, and then he's like, "Oh wait, Brian's supposed to meet me here.
Oh no.
This is not good." And then you just see lights, 2 big soaring lights, and he's like, as the car pulls up, and you see Brian in the passenger seat.
Oh,
In the passengers.
Oh, in passenger seat.
Ghost driver, ghost driver.
Oh, I meant to say driver's seat. I don't know why. I say, but he drives up on and he shows you the passenger side of this. Okay, that's what I meant to say. And then he kind of looks in and he goes,
We're all friends now, Brian.
I sit into the car like, well, Brian, fancy meeting you again, huh?
"It's gonna cost you extra, Booker." "Yeah, I've got it. He goes, "All right." And then he puts his gas mask on. Rest his. And he puts it. He pops
them?
the boom.
Okay.
The boom.
Thank fuck.
I
I was gonna say, you better have spares.
Is there
enough?
enough?
There's a crate of this.
Nice.
Perfect.
You put them on.
Yep.
You put them on. You go in. And he drives up. "Don't say a word, okay?" He drives up. He drives past the factory. All right, and then he gets to a gate, and then all right, Brian. New shipment, is it? "Oh yeah, you know yourself." And he hands them papers. And he drives up, and around, coming back to the factory, and he brings you to the back end of the factory where there's like this kind of giant river.
Yeah.
And he goes, "All right." He just stops the car, and he gets out. "All right, I hope you can jump." And as you can see that the conveyor belt comes around, and he wants you to jump into the conveyor belt and go into the mine shaft.
All right. Is it one at a time? What's
boy.
kind of?
No, he's just like,
We can all get in one thing.
We all
I don't know how big are these things? They're massive.
Yeah, they're big enough to keep everyone in.
Okay,
I'm
no.
gonna say this is a group check.
Sure.
Give me and me all. It's been a while.
This is a group check, and it's high risks. This is nearly a life or death joke, because if you
Okay.
miss, you will
Stop.
fall into the river.
Right.
So I'm gonna prop myself up like a little like so Prof can like jump off my back.
This
No,
is
I'm joking.
this is super high risk group.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I'm making this a life or death roll.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
This is a group life or death. Use what you need to use, your drives and all into it.
Yep.
This will be, I'm gonna have to say this is a move check, ladies and
Yep.
gentlemen.
And we're aiming for like a big
Oh,
metal bucket thing that's
no.
carrying us up.
Okay, if you miss the big bucket thing, you are going straight down into a river and dying.
Okay. I'm going to start this off by using a teleport.
Okay, cool. He teleports.
Magic man,
You
smoke!
fucking shit.
I'm going to try and teleport into it. So I can make I make this a sense instead.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but
Magic
it
man.
costs. And I'll add a drive, obviously.
This is a disadvantage roll for me.
It's a group roll. This is a group roll.
Wait, what does that mean?
Oh, because you've no points in move.
I have no points, no
No,
resistance.
but,
no
you're saying it's a group roll, but we're all
Yeah.
rolling individually, or are we supposed
Yeah,
to?
yeah. It's no. Everyone roll individually.
Okay.
I've rolled for Brian and I've rolled for Bax.
Nice.
Okay.
So
I
two
was
failure.
gonna- yeah. I was gonna say you didn't use any drives.
There's my teleport.
I don't have any.
Two,
You don't have any drives left from any of
drives
your
at
things.
all.
No, none in nerve, nothing. In
What?
that whole moveset, nothing.
You can use them from other ones. Solar said it earlier.
Yeah, you can use them in any category.
So it says use drive from. You can click on where it says nerve and pick cunning or intuition instead.
I have a padlock. I have a
Players
padlock.
spend a drive point to add a 1d roll when rolling with an action within that drive.
Oh,
Oh.
You can't do
I
it.
think I might have. Oh, okay.
It's grand. It's
Well,
grand.
we know that now.
Yeah. Look.
One
Go
pass,
forward.
one failure.
God, okay.
I don't know what to do here. What do I add? I don't want to use up all my drive, but we're gonna die if I don't use up all my drive.
Yeah.
Oh,
I have one. I can
Pass.
give you one. I can give you a drive if you want.
I need one dice as well. That was my
Um,
one where you put one into something that has nothing. I put it
Nice.
into move.
Cool.
Okay, I'm gonna add an extra dice for move. I'll put one.
Do you want to drive
into
horse?
this.
That's my
Do you
last one
need
in the
one? How
nerve,
many-
but I don't particularly need nerve.
All right, fuck it. Go on. I might give it some
Yeah.
extra success.
Yeah,
as well.
go on, give you one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rolling 3 dice. Amazing.
Oh, nice.
Oh, thank
Nice.
fuck.
Or you could take the
I'm gonna
three.
take the gilded.
Okay, so the only person
Jeez.
in your
363.
side to fail is Lob.
Mm.
I made it 2 group checks. There's Brian a yoke and you was 4.
Okay.
Lob failure, a crit 6 got her back.
Mm.
Then another 6 you pass.
Nice.
And the 5 mixer says you have passed. I rolled for the 2 lads.
Oh no.
Let's just say there's 4 people on the cart, and that is all.
Nice, that's a good thing.
It's probably a
You
good thing.
jump in,
Yeah.
you jump onto the cart, and you just look around, and it's just used for.
Uh-oh.
This-
Bouncing
Scream on the
against
way
the
down.
rocks.
Like they're dead, right? They
I
fell
rolled
over.
double 1 for both of them.
Oh no!
Oh, they are dead.
So I was gonna try and argue that my
Idiot.
6 would have an extra thing, but I think they're still dead.
No,
No.
I just rolled my head.
Honestly, when I saw the sticks,
Oh.
I was gonna ask if I could like interrupt their jump to make them die, but they just fucking did it themselves.
Oh my god.
Quad ones.
Quad 1s.
Nice. So we're
So as
in
they
the
run,
factory
they
and no one knows we're
Nobody
here now.
knows we're
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
Oh, sorry.
so
we all
you-
grabbed. We grabbed gas masks. By the
Yeah,
way.
we're fully
Yeah,
get it.
oh,
Get it up.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you are heading into the factory now, alright? So you are going into the factory,
Yeah.
and the other side is going into the mine. So if you want to stay on, you can actually
We stay
go
on it.
straight
Go all
in.
the way to the mine. Yeah.
So you go into the factory now,
What's really gonna
and
jump?
you kind of look around. Everyone roll me a sense check.
Sure.
Oh.
This is the factory that the boys are in, right?
Yes, this is the
Cedric?
top floor of the factory.
4.
Nice.
Oh,
No,
no.
6. No, you got 6.
Oh,
got
let's
4.
go.
That's. Oh, 6 star. I'm looking at the. Yeah, 6 star. I'm looking at the phone.
Jessica 4.
I get confused.
4 mixer says so. Theo and Mikkel, you notice that they're whatever they're taking out of that mine, it's not material. There's no ores, there's no here. Everything is in liquid vats, and all you see is green liquid vats everywhere. And
Gotcha.
then you can see that there's like this machine where it kind of contains it and brings it down to the next floor. You can see this is ground zero for blade. People who failed that sense check, you will take a blade.
I got mixed.
Mark.
success,
No,
is
yeah.
that-
So
yeah,
only if
that's
you
okay.
failed it, you'll take a blade, Mark.
All clock.
Oh.
I'm gonna have fucking a tentacle titty.
Hell
Just taking
yeah.
one of
So
those.
as you walk go in, the pure sense of the magic and the green flow everywhere just kind of overwhelms you to a fact that you don't even look out. You kind of like that, and it kind of is that weird goosebumpy feeling all over your body, and you just like it slowly turns out. You're only in the factory for about 10 minutes. The people who failed, you feel like you've been in there a day. It's just that wanting that time to hurry up and just looking at it, kind of feeling like you're watching paint dry. You slowly, and it's agonizing coming through it. Then you start coming towards the mine shaft, and then you hear, and the closer you get to the mines, the explosions don't sound like explosions.
Oh, the footsteps now.
As you start getting closer into the mine, they sound very unnatural. Something you know.
Fuck.
As then you come to the end of the cart, you'd have to jump off now to get off.
Is this another jump check?
No, no.
Dismount.
Dismount off it.
Yeah.
You jump off onto off it.
Disembark.
And then you
Yeah,
go into
first.
the mine and you kind of see the walls themselves are illuminated with green, kind of a bit. It's just like leaking from this place. And you kind of walk near towards a wall, and these hands come out from the wall, and this face comes out of a wall. As you could see that just someone melted basically into the wall. And they're
Oh,
kind of wearing worker clothes. and they are just a part of the wall, and they're just like this, like trying to grip out at you. And then you kind of see people walking, and are just trying to make this cavern even bigger. They're just trying to make it bigger. They're not like they're just tossing it down the river, like basically down. They're not. It's not like they're collecting anything from this. They're just extending it. But as they're swinging, you kind of see that they're kind of like they're horribly mutated. Like they're kind of like their arms like are just swinging with like this weird motion, and they're kind of like in their legs are like. The best way to describe it is like their legs are part of the ground now, and they're just constantly swinging because they've been here for so long.
Oh.
And then you see it down as you walk past these. I think you are doing this sneakily.
Absolutely. Man.
You just walk past this, and then you hear this noise, as you hear like a big kind of what I can describe as something being compressed. And something pressed, and it go, you hear that, and then you hear that god awfully bang again, but it's more of a roar as you turn the corner, and I'll show you exactly what you see.
Something's getting milked, lads.
I think
Something straight up getting milked. Some
I
big,
think it could be
Big
somebody
green cows.
big titty green cow monster. Yeah,
crushed into the green liquid.
yeah, maybe compressed down into it.
They're squinching the workers into a ball.
No.
Here.
Concentrated squid.
Oh no!
Oh, it's kind of cute.
You see this. It's about 60 foot tall in this giant cage. It has a tube ran down its mouth, and where its horns are, there's like tubes, and it's just pumping this liquid out of it into it. When I told you, Lob, it was a defense mechanism, it's this creature's defense mechanism.
Yeah.
They are pumping it.
It's like his poison, his venom or something.
Yeah, venom essentially.
Oh
Yeah.
God,
Fuck.
that's all
right. So you see this tube in its mouth, it's getting pumped out. There's also these like 4 like they're not cages, I'd say, but like metal containers in front of this giant cage. They're just like these like 4 metal containers. You go out, you can kind of get like closer to this, and there is like this like kind of workplace, or like it looks like a command center. Like it looks like whatever it is, it's controlling this. And off to the side, you just see these large tubes of fucking green liquid. Like you just see them. Like there'll be like a longer version of the tube thing, the bleed container that you have, Clock, but like on massive scale. Like
Is this thing conscious? Is it like in
it's
pain?
looking at you. Yeah, it's crying every time it's pumped out. The explosion is this cry. It's just a booming cry from it.
What I was asking you before you cut off is it tied down? I presume like it's held down, it's put away or something. Yeah.
Look.
And it's just like mining workers. There's nobody else. There's no overseers. No sort of other.
At the moment, there's no one else here.
Just the
Only
boys.
Too fucking dangerous. We're probably being exposed to some.
Yeah,
We're probably being exposed to some serious fucking bleed right now.
At the moment, you are not, because it seems like they've learned from, and they kind of look around at the people, their mistakes, and have a more contained, it's more safer now from when they started.
Okay.
So those people that we're seeing are probably like original workers who were highest exposure to it or something.
Yeah.
Fuck it out.
We're just left here to keep going and going, and people are just afraid to touch them because they're afraid to get the sickness.
Happy, can I do my so I'm witnessing some kind of weird phenomenon. Can I do my central to try and understand a bit more about this, like what this creature is like? Is this creature something that we would be aware of exists? Like,
no, this is the first time you have ever laid eyes on anything like this.
So I don't need. I don't need to.
I won't
roll.
even have. I won't even have let you roll. No.
We don't take a brain for that, do we?
Okay. But there is what you. So the point of interest is the command kind of center in front, but you would have to get closer to the beast. And then there's 4 giant boxes in front of it, completely metal.
Um,
These boxes, Happy, did they look like cages like other creatures would be in there?
Yes.
So there's this big cage with this big thing, and there's 4 more cages with more creatures in them.
Yeah, but it's more the smaller ones are more you can't look in. This one is so big and the tubes are coming in it. That's how you could see it. It has to be that open, but these ones are more contained. As in
And
they're
there's no tubes going into the
No.
small ones.
And you said the 4 were empty.
No, you don't know they're empty.
We don't know.
Oh,
Can't see inside them.
no.
okay. I
Yeah.
thought you said that they were completely empty. Okay.
Well, I think in for a penny, in for a pound, huh? And Michal's gonna start moving a little bit closer into the kind of wider room.
Yeah, cool. Huh? Yeah, you get closer and you walk towards, and you could kind of see that there's like monitors now on the control center as you kind of turn around and look at it. And there's like buttons and stuff, and there's like labels on it and stuff like that. You have the factory. There's like a literal camera of the factory, just moving around in the factory, but it's like 12 frames per second kind of thing. It's like it's not like fucking like highly motion camera. It's like it's probably the first ever design of a camera. It's very, very poorly done, but it's still a vision of what is in the factory. You walk over to the kind of thing.
Yeah, I guess keeping an eye out, making sure that there's like no other people here that could kind of like a supervisor, as we're saying. But I imagine there's none, because we already looked. But just keeping an eye out, making sure that like there's nothing out of a cage is going to get us any dangerous. But,
So
like,
you walk over,
curiosity.
and the first thing you notice is EONS, Eons. And
What?
they are a part of the scientists who
the scientist group, right?
who use magic, try to cop magic into things. So it's kind of hand in hand that they've been either helped in this situation with Radiant Corps or are part of Radiant Corps somehow. You also see there's like initials, like you'll have K1, K2, K3, K4, K5.
5. So
5 canines, do you think?
yeah.
But the other ones, the other 4 are very small. Like the cages are, they're not as big as this fucking gigantic behemoth in front of you. And then you have like these buttons. There's like 3 major buttons that are labeled. One that says exterminate, release, overwork.
Jesus.
It's like a fucking pal world, man.
Power thing. It's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Overwork, huh?
It so is.
Is this the monitor stand?
Give him a shitty little straw bed and get to work now, you cunt.
So I have to ask you as Candela Obscura, is the secret of the truths. Curious truths. Is it curious truths?
Yeah.
Circle of Curious Truths.
What
Curious
are
truths.
you going to do with this undark beast?
Undark beast. Kill.
I make
Exterminate.
a motion to exterminate.
Has everybody?
Exterminate.
Yeah, everyone's up beside the console as well. Yeah.
I'd I'd be in a
Yeah.
trance walking up for just for a couple of seconds. Magnificent.
And just again, as
Snap
part
out.
of Candela
Pay attention.
Obscura, are we like we're not? Is our goal to preserve this sort of shit, get rid of it, or
Your goal is to find out what the fuck happened to your one. You have now found out that it was because of this creature. They're pumping the liquid out of this creature.
Della
is.
protects people. That's like its goal, and this is
But this creature isn't the one that's killing, it's the people harvesting its bleed.
yeah, but it's
Are you-
still a creature of bleed, you know.
Are you saying that in character, or are we just talking amongst ourselves?
In character.
If I might look up from the 3 buttons then, and just like hold my lapels like that, and be like, as you know, as part of Candela Obscura, it is our duty to rid the world of bleed, not to empathize with any sources of it, whether it be man, creature, or anything else. It is our duty to exterminate this. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Look at you over my glasses.
You hear a whimper from the giant creature.
No! Happy you bastard.
You did not stick around to witness, Florence, what myself and Mihal had to witness. This thing is the cause of more pain than it is in, I assure you. And it will only continue to happen, as long as it's alive, whether it's in the right or the wrong hands.
You're right, Prof. I don't think, as much as I hate condemning a creature that is, from what we know, innocent, I didn't choose to be harnessed for this deed, but if you were to release it, who's to stop it from using it again? Who's to stop it from tearing amok?
Empathy and grief are not our charge. That is for the charge of normal folk. It is up to Candela Obscura to erase that others cannot.
True.
Do what must be done.
Can I try and look at over some of the smaller cages first before we do it, and just have a look?
Mm-hmm.
If I go up to them, can we actually see what's in through, or are they sealed off?
Here, you walk over and you automatically hear there's like a heavy breathing, and then there's like little slits, and you can kind of go over and have a look if you like.
I might regret this, but I'll go over and have a look.
And the only thing you see is like 2 green eyes staring back in the darkness.
Well, it's just pure darkness. Can't even see if it's a fur around the eyes or anything now.
I'm going to show the button to Florence.
I said do what must be done before all this, the looking in.
Oh yeah, I want you to press the button.
He wants you to press it.
It is our duty, Florence.
We all must dirty our hands at some point.
Yeah, I go over and I press the button.
You press the button. Mikhail, you notice the force as the thing in the cage you're looking goes down first, and you hear a plop, and then another fall, and another fall. As you look at the giant one, as these 2 kind of needles come in, stick right in its neck, and it just drops. The glow vanishes, and that is it.
Just open my book and make one small note, close it, and go to leave.
Surprised you're not trying to harvest for anything here, Professor.
I meant what I said. It is to be eliminated. Whether it's in my hands or anyone else's, it's not up to me.
I admired that.
You will see the control table start to go red as you hear woo, woo, and you hear like a beep alarm going.
It's getting good enough. Yeah.
Like a siren, yeah.
A siren.
Right.
As the back of the cave starts to crumble in slowly, as you hear small explosions start to happen in the back. I need everyone to make me a move check.
Hell yeah.
Christ.
Oh no!
As you can see, extermination means destroy everything.
Everything. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Makes sense.
That's good though. That's exactly what we want.
Gonna
Is there any way I can increase the number of dice that I have?
Yeah, we'll drive.
I'm going to use one my drive, but I've got one more move drive if someone needs it.
Oh.
Do you want it? Yeah.
I got a 4.
Oh, you got a 4. Okay. Does somebody else want one move drive, or otherwise I'll probably just use it for myself?
I will take some on disadvantage.
Yeah.
So I'll take that.
Okay.
So I just have to roll
One dice.
one like that. Yeah, one like that. And I have resistance if I need it.
Or wait, before I roll.
It's gone.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
No, not you. Sorry, you're fine.
You can re-roll that dice.
For Lob, do you want? I was going to use one on myself, but
She's already used. She already rolled.
oh, you've used
I've
it.
already rolled.
Fuck. Damn it! I didn't see it. Sorry. Okay, well, here we go.
Do you have a resistance, Tybalt?
I was going to say, I'll use that.
Yeah, re-roll that.
That's just a straight one roll again, right? Hey.
Nice.
There you-
What you're going
there you
off for? You passed. You might do
Oh
that.
no! That was a sigh of relief.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Sort
I
of
was gonna
scratch.
say this is a group. As you come in, this starts to cave in. The falls cave in. Florence gets caught by a boulder, hits her. She lands to the ground. Take 1 body mark, Bob. As the rush, you run back, grab her, pick her up, and run with her. You just all get out. As you could see that the tram line itself starts to get pulled in, and then the factory starts to pull towards the
Get
ocean
fucked.
as all the green liquid pours into the river
Oh.
and slowly starts to move down the oak. And that is where we will end.
Hell
this
yeah.
circle.
Oh.
We'll fix that next one. It's fine.
Oh,
shit!
It's called the Environmental Services.
Let's wonder. Well,
Was not like it,
he's
can't stop that.
he's just super far away from the city. But
Yeah,
he
yeah.
might have implements on the
Hell
environment.
yeah.